Get this started. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Come on in, come on in. Perfect Sense Resistors P. Y'all come on in. We got we got Incorporation ID88. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, my brother? How you doing, man? Long time no see.
I'm chilling, man. Incorporation Doctrine88 in the house, y'all. Hey, we got nice little lineup without music for a change. We ain't got no music today, so nothing wrong. Just chose for it to be that way. So
I could bust some music.
you can bust some music for us.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Grab it hard, William Sharon.
You don't want me to? I'm joking.
What you been up to, bro? What's good? You got any news for us?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, brother. I was out of the loop for a minute when I was sick, man. But thanks for checking up on me. I appreciate that. My boy's checking up on me daily. I appreciate that for sure. Yeah, brother. I'm back in the loop, man. I got some knowledge dropping y'all tonight, man, for sure. Concerning pretrial detainees and also the district attorney's office.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna get into this video. We're not gonna waste no more time. Shout out to everybody in the chat once more. Renetta Williams, the queen, all the way from Wynn, Arkansas. Perfect Sense Resistors P. Grab it hard, William Sharon. Appreciate all of y'all that joined in. Let's get into it. So what we got going on right here, this is a video from out of Philadelphia, current Fromhold Correctional Facility, known as CFCF, right in Philadelphia. This is one of about 6 prisons located on a street called State Road. These prisons stretch about 3 miles long on the same road. And we got an inmate right here on the phone. Doesn't seem to be violent. I did get some inside cookies. I heard that the day prior he had attacked a guard. Don't know how true that is, and even though if it is true, don't know, how it develops. So what we got though is, proof right here of excessive force, and proof is in the pudding. We're looking at the footage.
Legally torture. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Wow.
They come right in. They come right in. Look at them.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right, and this is a normal occurrence in either one of these jails on State Road in Philadelphia. This is not out the ordinary at all.
Is that a jail or a prison?
That's a county jail.
Wow. Oh my God.
So you can see an officer right here trying to, get an officer off of him, but look at him. He kicked him.
He just stomped on his foot?
Look, his boy just came in.
Wow. Wow. Look at the haymakers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, his boy's protected by federal law, by the way.
Say that again?
His boy's protected by federal law. You have the right to intervene. Yes. You have the right to intervene. You have the right to intervene. Wow, look at that. Whoa. You see that?
He hit him with the radio. He came down with him. He came down.
Oh, my God.
He came down on top of his head with the radio, bro.
Wow.
Look at this. Right here. Look at him. Bam.
Oh.
Right on his head. Bam.
Oh. And so that guy was the one that was sitting inside. He was sitting inside the little guard booth there. He wasn't even part of it at all. He was in no way.
Look, I'm going to take it back, right? Because if you notice, this is the beginning, right? So pay attention to the beginning.
Wow.
In the beginning, they chopped the footage up because right here he's on the phone.
The time, okay. Wow.
Let me fast forward it, y'all. It's acting goofy right now.
It's all good.
Fast forward it.
Wow.
But I want y'all to pay attention at the beginning while he's on the floor on the phone. First, you're going to see the officer engage with him. They're going to be talking to each other. And then it's going to chop straight to the guard behind his little booth, kind of like crouching over. So whatever happened, the inmate got the best of him, and that's when the guard called, for reinforcements. But pay attention right here, y'all, as they're engaging with each other and going back and forth with each other while he's still on the phone. Then it's going to cut to him crouching behind the booth.
Wow. Well, the guy attacked him.
Right there.
See
how it just cut straight to these two guards. So whatever they showed, whatever they cut out, they didn't want us to see.
Right. But the fact that he's not resisting, they shouldn't be throwing punches at him still. Right there and there. Wow. Wow. Look at him. He's against the wall. They're still throwing punches. He's crouching. Yep. He's obviously not a threat anymore.
Look at this one. Look at this one right here. The young one. He's just swinging them like a young Muhammad Ali.
Wow.
And he just came down on his head with the radio right there. Man, you got an officer trying to pull him off.
Stepped on his, stomping on him.
The females was trying to pull the male officers off. Now his man came through.
Yeah.
He came through sloppy too. He moved straight to the ground.
But that guy,
yeah, they cracked him in the head with the radio. Look, he got the radio in his hand. Look.
Wow. Stomping his head for what? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Absolutely not. Oh, no. Right, he's out cold. He's out. Oh, no. That's unacceptable. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Whoa, he's hitting him. Look, wow. Look at kicking him. Wow. Oh, my.
Yep.
He's no longer a threat if he's on the ground. Oh, my gosh.
They both on the ground.
Wow. Ooh, look at it. Kick him in the face. So please, actually, I'll ask you that later. Wow. Hey, Joey Montgomery, that's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Wow.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Curran Fromhold. Curran Fromhold was actually the warden of one of these jails, one of these county jails back in the day. And Curran Fromhold got murdered. And they named the new jail, which was erected, this one you're looking at, which was erected back in 96. And they named the jail after him.
Who's the guy in the green? Is he an administrator?
I have no idea.
He has to be. Does he have a firearm? No, it's a radio. Look at him. He hit him again. What did he hit him again for?
Could be a counselor.
What did he hit him again for? The guy on the left. The one that's dragging him. Why did he hit him again?
I have no idea. That's what they do.
He's out cold. Wow.
Renetta Williams said hello to you. Sorry, y'all. I'm not paying attention to the chat. But you're going to have to take lead on the video ID88. While
I got you, brother. Let me even get started, man. Hey, Renetta, how you doing? This is ridiculous. First of all, it's a misapplication of any kind of law. I know for a fact that federal law states that a pretrial detainee, which I'm not sure this person is or not, so anybody who has not been to court and pled guilty or plea bargained out, they are presumed innocent, okay? And they cannot be punished in any way whatsoever, period. They cannot be punished in any way. And so what they do here in situations in most county jails is they have the people mixed up. Like this person who's probably waiting to go to trial or whatnot, and they have people who have already pled guilty. So the people who have already pled guilty are considered inmates. They are inmates. They are part of the penal system already. Okay.
Let me stop you right there real quick. Look at all the blood on the floor.
Wow.
You see that? All that
yes,
blood
I do.
On the floor right there.
Yes, I do. Wow. So if they're already pled guilty, first of all, they still don't deserve to be treated that way. They're still protected by the 8th Amendment. Okay. And that's about the only thing that prisoners are protected by is 8th Amendment. But pretrial detainees, it's a different kind of complaint. Pretrial detainees are protected by the 14th Amendment, which includes the 8th Amendment. Okay, but that's how you have to. To articulate your complaint. But the fact of the matter is, they can't be punished for any reason whatsoever, at all. And the fact that this guard maybe gave him some kind of command or whatnot, and we don't see what happens in between. But the man is not a physical threat to him. And any kind of retaliation from the day before is exactly that, retaliation, which is illegal. And it's technically torture per Title 18 U.S. Code 2340, which states that the definition of retaliation is, any act by law enforcement under the color of law specifically intended to inflict severe mental anguish or physical pain upon a person in their custody and control, which this person is, obviously. That is torture, not only per Title 18 U.S. Code 2340, but also per the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, Article 2. This is a crime against humanity. Look at this guy hitting him on top of the head with that radio. That's deadly.
That's crazy. Yeah, that could cause real serious damage.
Brain damage. They should all be charged with aggravated assault. Look at this. And that man there legally has the right to intervene. Legally, he has that right to intervene. And the guy hit him on top of the head. Wow, look at him kicking him in the head. That's deadly force. That's deadly conduct. That is deadly. Stomping on him when he's no longer a threat. He's in a prone position. When you're in a prone position with your hands behind your back, you are no longer a threat. There's no reason to stomp on his head like that. That is deadly force. That's aggravated assault at the very least. Look at him, kicking him in the face like that. Wow. Hey, brother, how long ago was this? 2021, 7/16/2021.
August.
I see that.
It happened. Well, the article didn't come out till around August. I think they kept the footage under wraps for a few weeks, so it didn't really come out until. Look at this guy.
Look at that guy. He's throwing that lady off of him.
Yeah.
The fact that she has to restrain him. What a coward. What a cowardly act that is. Those guys are cowards. They are absolute cowards. You're going to continue to force pain upon somebody who's no longer a threat to you. You're an absolute coward. Not only are you a coward, but more importantly, you're liable for your actions. That is a violation of Title 18 U.S. Code 242, which states anytime a law enforcement official under the color of law violates citizen civil rights, it is a federal crime. That person is stripped of their qualified immunity. They're stripped of any kind of security bond they have. They are acting as a citizen, not as a person, not as a law enforcement officer who's held to a higher standard. They are absolutely acting outside the scope of their authority, and it's criminal. It's criminal. It's a crime against humanity.
Now look at all this. They call this the search team right here, the CERT team. Okay, I forgot what it's an acronym. I forgot what the words are. But it's CERT, CERT. Okay.
Special Response and Tactical Unit. I bet something close to that.
Yeah, pretty much the tactical unit, the ones the rundown boys.
Correct.
And they listen. I've been in the confines of this building a few times, and when they run down, they run down. Okay.
Yes.
20 to 25 of them at one time, and they all are coming to get their licks in. And most of the time, it's just for one person.
And why are they not wearing body cameras?
Oh, yeah.
Here in Texas, they're required to have body cameras running or a video running of the quote unquote takedown. Wow.
I never heard of them having body cameras. Not these guards in here.
I
never heard of them having body cameras.
Well, we're gonna have to change that, aren't we? We're gonna absolutely have to change that, then, aren't we? Yeah. Cowards. And that not only are the deputies responsible, but so is the sheriff. The sheriff of that who runs that particular installation or facility is responsible. The district attorney is responsible. Any person that was there who did not stop it from happening is responsible for Title 42 U.S. Code subsection 1997, failure to act. And so these guys are in big trouble. And you know me, I'm on that. Look at that. He's not resisting. Why are they punching him?
Right, he ain't even swing back at neither one of them.
No,
that's the crazy part. But whatever happened between these two, he got the best of him. Look at him. He hurt. He crouching down in his chair and everything.
So that guy there, that one right there, freeze real quick. That guy right there who has his right arm cocked and has his, come over, right, him. Need to find out who he is.
Yeah, he was the aggressor the whole time.
The whole time. He's the one that pushed that female officer off of him.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the article because they're being charged, right? But I can't get to the exact article because they want me to pay, which is the Philadelphia Inquirer, and I'm not doing that.
Okay, let me check it out real quick. I'm going to mute myself, okay? Hold on, all right?
All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Sunday night, not much going on. Y'all see this tyranny and corruption right here. This is in Philadelphia, CFCF, Current From Hold Correctional Facility. This happened last year, back in July. Started to surface in August. And right now, ID88 is looking for the article. I had the article, but there's all types of ads. Look at this guy. He comes in real sloppy. Like, I don't know what he called himself doing, but that's not going to work against 5 guards. That's not going to work. ID88 is trying to find an article of these correctional officers being charged. The main aggressor who you see that's swinging, like, relentlessly, he definitely got charged. The one who just hit him in the head with the radio, he got charged. Okay. They definitely, got their issue. They've been held accountable. They are being held accountable. So
I'll have to look at that. I'll look at that at a later time. But I'll find out. But the guy that came in, that was brave of him to do that, man. He's going 1-on-6. At least he stepped up, right. At least he stepped up.
Yeah, he did step, but he had to do a little better. For one thing, he came in too low.
Resistance.
He had to do a little better than that. Watch how he come in. He came too low, and he lost his balance and fell to the ground. Well, he was supposed to really come in with some elbows popping in their face.
I don't know about you East Coast people, man. Y'all East Coast people, something's in the water or something. I don't know, man.
Survival of the fittest.
Understood.
Only the strong survive. Shout out to Harold Shields. Harold Shields know for sure. Harold Shields, no, he out there in Cali.
What's up, Mr. Shields? How you doing, brother? Wow.
Nico Argotti. Shout out to Nico Argotti. I'm chilling tonight, y'all. If y'all see that I'm not turned up, I ain't even got no music on. I'm just chilling. We going over this video. ID88 in the house.
Yes, this is ridiculous. The fact that she has to back him up like that. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Why is this man not he's not in control. He has what's his psychological profile?
The visual is a narcissist to me. He wants to have control. He wants to control this situation, even though he already beat him down with the help of his officers. He still wants to ringmaster this shit.
Sure, but he's not even a narcissist. He's not worthy of being a narcissist. He's a coward. He's a coward. And I would probably question his sexual. Never mind. But he's one of those guys that was never made the football team. He never had his first girlfriend he had to pay for. I mean, one of those guys who just has anger against everyone and has to exert his quote unquote dominance. He's the quintessential definition of a she-male.
Chump. He's a chump.
He's a coward. He's a coward. He's a wuss.
Look how this one moving right here. This one right here. He come through super tough. Look at the blood. You're going to see the blood on the floor. Like, they did damage to these dudes.
Man, that's...
and they go straight to that. They go straight to the cell, whatever cell they take them to.
Mm-hmm. The isolation ones. Look at that.
Without any treatment or anything. They could be all the way. They could be in that cell all the way to the next morning, beat up like that.
And see, right then and there, they should be rendering aid. They're not. The scene is obviously secured. They should be trying to render aid, and they're not. The man is on the ground, still probably bleeding profusely. I'm not doing anything. Wow, Shannon Green, I agree with you. It is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Man, come to Texas doing that stuff. Well, actually, they do. Wow.
Shout out T and accountability.
Man.
Sorry for not catching all y'all tonight. You know I love y'all. Nothing shady going on. I'm just I'm chilling tonight.
Understood. I got your back. So the person in the white, the two people in the white shirts, they're probably some supervisors or such. The guys coming in with the gloves. I mean, they should be rendering some kind of aid. They're not. Instead, they're standing over this man and not rendering any aid. I'm curious if they tried to press charges on this guy. I wish, man.
Right here, I think these brown shirts are like maintenance. The black uniforms are the correctional officers. Man, you got this dude right here has a brown shirt on with jeans. He like maintenance. Come fix the toilets and shit.
Right.
But like when it goes down within the jail and they need extra hands, he's supposed to jump right on them.
That person in the khakis for sure is in a supervisory position. The khakis in the green shirt for sure is. And he's not doing anything as well. Probably a counselor or some sort.
Could be a counselor. That's what I was saying. Could be a caseworker or something. But yeah,
wow.
Man.
Resisting level is futile. Thanks for posting that. I'm gonna check that out. Actually, wow. Look at these towers.
Dean Herndon. What's up with Dean Herndon? Shout outs with Dean Herndon. Who else?
Yeah, they were having a pity party is what they were doing.
This dude right here, man, he's just like wailing off on everybody.
He's a coward. He's ultimate coward. Look at him. Look at those cowards. Absolute cowards. Hey, Dean Herndon, what do you mean by that? Like, what kind of party are you talking about, sir? I'm just curious about what your response is going to be. I don't see anything festive about that, but I'll give you a chance to respond to that.
Nah, he probably just,
It's all good. That's all good. Let me see what he says.
To the bullshit that's going on, Dean Herndon a good guy.
Okay.
He's just being sarcastic, that's all.
All right. My bad. You know him, I don't. My bad.
No, you good. You didn't know. But, I mean, glad you brought it up because I didn't see his comment. But look at him. The dude who's swinging is definitely having a party.
But look at that there. The fact that he's thought with the radio. And so right there, freeze. Right there, he's no longer a threat. If there's three of them and he's not resisting, he's not a threat to them. So the fact that they keep applying force is the definition of excessive force because the force wasn't necessary. He was already under their control and custody. So, and being, I guess, quote unquote, being compliant, but he wasn't a threat. And so their objective is to neutralize the threat. Once a person is no longer a threat, there's no point in them continuing to use force.
Shout out Bobby Dennis. He says the Thin Blue Gang.
You're right about that, Mr. Dennis.
And Dean Herndon said you could see they were running to throw a punch. They wanted to hit him so bad. They were running to throw a punch.
They're Dennis not even.
Yeah. Dennis Crinion said pigs. Go ahead, ID88.
They're not even worthy of being called pigs, Dennis. They're lower than pigs. They are scavengers. They are not even scavengers.
The trial.
They are wow. Vermin of the lowest order. Look at him. Look at him. He's not even almost throwing punches when he's not even facing him. Wow. What did girl kick for?
I'll tell you one thing. This one right here, he felt good when he went home that night.
As he wouldn't beat on his wife, I'm sure, and kicked his dog, his little chihuahua.
He didn't have to beat on his wife that night because he got his shit off.
No. Those ones are never satisfied. I'm sure he did. As he's kicking old boy. I need to find out. I'm going to find out his name. Oh, I'm going to find out his name.
He stomped right on his head.
Yes, he did. The coward. That's what cowards do. They kick you when you're down.
Wham!
Look at him. That's what cowards do.
Cheek and everything. What he got on boots? What he got on right there? Probably got steel tools.
Hey, Bobby. Actually, qualified immunity is easy to defeat. Very easy to defeat. They lose their qualified immunity once they overstep the scope of their authority. They're at their most vulnerable right now. Qualified immunity is not as tough as everybody thinks it is. Abolish it, maybe or maybe not, but it's very easy to defeat, especially in a situation like this, because video evidence does not lie.
Shout out to Carrie Espinosa.
Hey, Carrie Espinosa. I use qualified immunity as a toothpick. Please.
Real quick, y'all, update. The resistance platform is going to be terminated on Facebook. It's a scheduled termination. I don't even know when it is, but I'm just letting y'all know. If you want to see more of the content like this, come to the platform on YouTube, The Resistance. Also, there's a backup channel, Eyezonbluebloodz. Everything that sounds like an S is a Z. SEYEZONBLUEBLOODZ @gmail.com. So that's my email as well, and that's also the name of the channel, Eyezonbluebloodz on YouTube. That's the backup channel, and The Resistance on YouTube. Also, I'm on Odyssey. Odyssey is a platform for those who are banned and restricted to put content up on Facebook and YouTube. So Odyssey doesn't ban anything. And all that information is in the description. I got all that stuff in the link. So I'm just letting y'all know there's a scheduled termination for Facebook. No, I'm not happy about it, but guess what? I got to keep on moving.
And you are keeping on moving. And you know what? I'm going to give you a quick shout out real fast, just to the people out there. You guys, the Resistance is doing a great thing for all of us. He teaches me things daily. So I want you guys to know this is a very fluid partnership between him and I. He taught me 4 things today that I'll never forget. He's the ultimate professional. He's got his stuff tightened down. Kind of took a little bit that I taught him, just a bit of it, and went and turned it into he turned a pebble into a planet of kryptonite. I mean, Resistance has this stuff down. So please follow his link, find us, and we have plenty more to show and to teach. But just know that your boy, the Resistance, is doing his thing, and he's serious about it. Very serious about it.
Definitely. And shout outs to you as well. As long as we working together, we'll do great things like we have been doing for these past few weeks. So I'm telling y'all come on over. It's going to be a shift and shuffle thing. I see how it's going. You know, one platform going to hit me, and then when they ease up, another platform going to hit me. I wasn't too fond of either platforms, but like I said, I'm on Odyssey. Y'all guys got to get with Odyssey. They don't delete anything. So, you know,
okay.
All my work is always going to stay there, no matter if you like it or not. But
yeah, he's gonna you have to show me, Resistance, how to channel that stuff to my channel. I don't know. I'll make you an admin. You can handle that stuff.
Like I told y'all, all the information is in the description. Links are in the description. So all y'all gotta do is click on it, and it's right there. So
yes, sir.
Hope to see y'all when it suddenly disappears on Facebook. Shout out to all my Facebook followers. Love y'all.
It'll disappear. It'll disappear into the wind, like a smooth ocean day in Boston, where everybody gets along just great. And hell, I'm bullshitting.
Just to let y'all know, content ain't going nowhere. They can take my channel down, but I always had the content. I keeps the masters of my own work. It's the Resistance. Shout outs to you, ID88. I appreciate you though.
Man. Hey, man, right back at you, my brother. Straight up, man. You should be proud of yourself, because I'm definitely proud of you, man, for sure.
So, anything you want to wrap up on with this video right here?
The application laws never happened.
Do me a favor. I want you to explain the difference between a private citizen filing a civil rights claim and an inmate filing a civil rights claim. Let's give them a little bit of Eyes on Blue Bloods education before we wrap this up.
So remember that words have meaning in law. So the definition of an inmate is somebody who has been found guilty or has pled guilty to a crime, and so therefore your ways to file a civil rights claim change. You have to do it's a writ of habeas corpus. I think it's 2622 maybe is the writ you have to do that way. Somebody who's been found guilty and is either trying to file a claim or trying to maybe even overturn that claim. So if you're an inmate, you've been found guilty, you have to go through the 8th Amendment, and the 8th Amendment protects you against cruel and unusual punishment, which you see here. So whether you're guilty or not guilty, you still have the right against cruel and unusual punishment. Now, being a pretrial detainee, somebody who has not been to court, who has not been found guilty or pled guilty to any kind of crime, you have to go through the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment states that no state shall deny its citizens any of its rights. You have the right to due process of law, and you also have the right to equal protection of the law. But you have to word it through the 14th Amendment and not through the 8th when you are a pretrial detainee. The details are just a bunch of legal jargon, but that's the way you have to file your complaint through the 14th, not the 8th, for pretrial detainees. And also, remember, guys, pretrial detainees cannot be punished for any reason. For any reason. That's federal law. That's SCOTUS. That's two different Supreme Court decisions and two different federal appeals, appellate circuits decisions that they cannot be punished at all. And so, prayerfully, these guys are pretrial detainees and not even inmates, because that makes the compensation even higher and the severity of the punishment for these correctional officers worse, 100% worse. Wow. That's unacceptable.
As far as convicted felons who are already serving their time, who are putting in civil rights claims, is it true that they don't get a waiver and they have to pay that $402?
The person who no. So it's called informal pauperous, and any person can file a complaint. If you don't have the funds to pay for that complaint, you can do what's called informal pauperous. And you could have that.
They still do have that option as well, right?
Correct. Now, wait. Hold on a second. Don't quote me on that, because give me 1 second. Look at the case law on that, because certain situations, a person cannot appeal. Cannot file a civil rights claim on their convicted case at all, and I have to look that up real quick. But there's certain situations where they can't. It's called I think it's called the heck implications, okay. And I'll have to look that up. Wow.
Yeah, I'm looking for something right now too. The step-by-step guide, Massachusetts guide for civil rights claims.
Correct, and I don't think it's called a heck implication, and I had that issue with my federal case. So heck implication basically is the federal government in your civil rights claim won't step in to overturn a prior conviction that the state has rendered applicable. They won't step in and overturn that through the application of a civil rights complaint, and they won't even hear it, if I'm not mistaken. They won't even hear it. If you've already been convicted of a civil rights claim. Now, here's a caveat to that, though. So, ladies and gentlemen, a subject matter jurisdiction that gives the court the authority to judge you, per se. Okay, to have you in front of them to render judgment. Now, subject matter jurisdiction can be questioned at any time. Beginning of a trial or a case, the middle of it, or even afterwards. You can always go back and challenge subject matter jurisdiction. For those of us who have been convicted of certain things, you can go back and challenge that subject matter jurisdiction and have that decision overturned. Absolutely, at any time. Now, the further out the conviction is, the harder it is to have it overturned. But just know you always have options. The subject matter jurisdiction is one of those. Because what they do is they have these hybrid courts. They're having people for commercial crimes, like example, a DWI, or without an injury, or drug possession. Okay, they have you in a commercial court, but they're trying to give you a criminal court punishment, meaning whenever there's kind of jail time threatened, that's technically an Article 3 court. And for an Article 3 court to have subject matter jurisdiction, there has to be a victim. And that victim must claim that you injured them in some way. There has to be an injured party. The state cannot be the victim. The state cannot be the victim. The state cannot be the victim. It has to be a person.
Let me stop you right there real quick. I wanted to focus. I want to get back on about prisoners because we got a lot of people that watch us that have family members in prison that's receiving tyranny and corruption as well. And,
correct.
These people probably don't know how to give them the information on what to do. So just to be clear, and Dean Herndon, I'm going to give you that information in 1 second. Just stay tuned real quick. But prisoners are now required to pay the full filing fee of $402 for civil actions, $5 for habeas corpus applications under the statute 28 U.S.C. 2254, $455 for appeals and former paupers. If insufficient funds exist in the prisoner's account, the court must assess and, when funds exist, collect an initial partial filing fee of 20% of the greater of the average monthly deposit of the prisoner's account or the average monthly balance in the prisoner's account for the prior 6-month period.
That's federal?
That's federal. That's actually that's Massachusetts right there.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. That's why I asked you. Sure. I asked you because I thought that it was a little different for convicted prisoner. I would
challenge that. I would challenge that because what that's saying is that a person who's convicted in Massachusetts doesn't have the same rights as a person convicted in Texas. Okay. And
furthermore, it says a prisoner who cannot pay the entire filing fee and who is seeking to proceed in form of paupers must submit along with the complaint, cover sheet, category sheet, and summons the application to proceed without prepayment of fees and affidavit. Okay, so there it is. They give you all that crazy stuff in the beginning, but all right, that's the information, ladies and gentlemen.
Read that again.
You want me to read the whole thing?
No, this is the bottom part, that last part. Because it's blurry on mine.
Who cannot pay the entire filing fee and who is seeking to proceed in form of paupers must submit along with the complaint, cover sheet, category sheet, and summons the application to proceed without prepayment of fees and affidavit form and complete the certificate portion of the form by the institution of incarceration and certified copy of the prisoner's trust fund account institutional equivalent for the prior 6-month period. So basically, if you out on the street, they're gonna want to know, what you got in your savings account.
Hey, Resistance.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I'm glad you brought up the trust fund issue. Okay, for those of us who have been in and out of incarceration, there is a class action lawsuit against detention facilities who issue the debit cards or checks for people who came into jail with money in their pocket or still had money on their commissary, on their books.
Right.
The reason being is if you get those debit cards, there are restrictions associated with that debit card. Okay. Meaning you have to cash it someplace or one another, and there are penalties for using it outside of their network. Well, that's been deemed unconstitutional because there shouldn't be penalties upon money that's already yours to use it.
Dean Herndon, I put that on the screen for you. That's in the description of my videos. I know you see me from off of Facebook, so you could go to a lot of my videos and go to the description, and there's an invite link for Odyssey. That's like right around here somewhere. And all my other information as well. Eyezonbluebloodz, BitChute. Not too much going on BitChute, but I do have a platform there. Odyssey, and the 2 channels on YouTube, The Resistance and Eyezonbluebloodz. So yeah, I'm around. So just letting y'all know, I'm gonna be off of one platform. It's gonna be a scheduled termination. So go ahead and copy that.
I don't like that. I don't like the way that sounds. Scheduled termination.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, you know? They can't stop you. The ball's already rolling, brother, man. They can't stop it. They cannot stop it.
Right. So that what I put on the screen, y'all, was about prisoners who could, prisoners have rights to. They could put in civil rights claims from in prison, and if they don't have the money, they could put in certain forms, to the judge to show that they don't have money, and it could be waived, just like a person who's putting it in on from the street.
Hey, Resistance. Real quick, let me ask you a dumb question. Do I have that link?
To what?
This video right here.
This jail video right here?
Yes.
No.
Okay. If you make that happen, I'd appreciate it.
Sure.
Word.
Actually, this is from an article online from the Philadelphia Inquirer. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Carl Medina.
Shout out to Carl Medina. So what we got up next? So we want to play that video of you talking to the district attorney in Dallas.
Yes. So do you want me to set it up or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I called the district attorney's office about a situation, hypothetically speaking, about a person who had filed a complaint with the police, and the police in turn turned it to the district attorney's office. And the district attorney, what they do is they cut out the victim completely and go on their own agenda, because the district attorney told me, which was actually surprising, they don't represent individuals. They represent the state as a whole. Mm-hmm. So my question is, the district attorneys, and I showed you those oaths of office, the district attorneys swore an oath to uphold the Constitution. The Constitution says we have equal protection of the law per the 14th Amendment. So if the district attorney's office does not represent individuals, how in the world does somebody like you and I get equal protection of the law? How they circumvent that is they go with the state versus me, Charles Stark, the state versus you. Well, the state is actually not an entity that can show any kind of injury, and you can challenge the state on that. And I asked this DA this question, and she got tripped up and tried to cop explain it to me, and you'll hear the rest of it. It's ridiculous.
All right, y'all. We about to play this video. I've already uploaded it, and it's actually a good conversation. I thought it was a very good conversation that he had with the DA, who actually took over the conversation. Yeah. Who you think he was speaking with in the beginning? You think that was the
I thought at first it was the assistant DA, but it was actually her. I couldn't find out it was her secretary. But you know what? I would have I only responded to her aggression. Okay. You know, who are you? Who's this? Who's that? Who's that? Hey, slow down, Missy. Let me ask you a couple of questions real quick.
Right.
Wow.
Hey, y'all, I got ID 88 information at the bottom on the ticker tape. Hey, every time he jumps on, he's always giving some pertinent information. If y'all like to use his information, don't forget it's at the bottom at the ticker tape.
Wow.
All right, we're going to get into this video, bro. Let's get into it.
For sure.
All right, Mr. Farmley. I have a friend of mine going through a situation, and I need to.
Hold on, let me get the. Let me fix this.
Okay.
Volume real quick. Make sure we get this right. And as soon as I get the volume, I'm gonna step out the room real quick. Okay. I'll let you know when I come back. So, because I know you want me to pause it, but give me a few minutes.
No worries. I'll take care of it.
All right, bro.
All right, Mr. Farmley. I have a question for you. So, I have a friend of mine going through a situation, and I need to know if
May I ask who this is?
Yeah, my name is Charles. Last name is Stark, Starke.
Okay, are you an attorney? Are you a victim?
I'm not an attorney, but I'm asking you a direct question, ma'am. Please, you help me. Let me finish, please.
Are you a defendant? Do you have a defendant case?
Why would a defendant call the district attorney's office? That's illegal. Okay, so can you let me finish my case, please? for your fiduciary duty as a public servant. Let me finish my sentence. Okay, so if a person is a victim of a crime, okay, and I need to know, why would that person's name be on the complaint form? Just as the state of Texas versus this other person, but the person who's the victim's name not on that complaint form. I don't know why.
Let me put you on a brief hold, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
That was smart for them to put me on hold because they couldn't answer my question. And she's coming out like all aggressive.
Mm-hmm. And man, listen, let me ask you a question. Even if I was a defendant, would it be illegal for me to call you?
And if you had representation, I can't speak to you, but I'm going to transfer you to my chief in this court, and she'll be able to answer your questions for you, okay?
I'm asking you directly, ma'am. I'm asking you a question. I need you to answer that, please. And if you don't, you're aware of McGinley versus U.S. When the public service doesn't answer the question to the public, that public service is guilty of fraud, okay? So you know that. I'm telling you that. So I'm asking you a direct question.
Sir, I'm going to transfer you to my...
All right, so let me stop it right there because I know I was out way too long. And where you want me to take it back to?
No, actually, you're fine where you are. She was just kind of aggressive, and I had to kind of not. I hate saying this, but put her back in her place. Like, hey, wait a second, you're asking me questions that are irrelevant. She's trying to cut me off. Trying to she was curious how I got her phone number. Number one, and she was trying to quote unquote use her authority. Well, who are you? What are you doing? And I didn't hesitate giving her my name because I wasn't trying to hide, right? I gave her my name and I let her know right away what questions I was asking, and I had to have her slow down and say, "Let me finish my question. You know, per your fiduciary duty as a public servant, relax and listen to what I'm telling you. Ask you." And that's what she put me on hold.
Part that took me out was when she asked you, were you a defendant?
Right. That actually,
what took me out about it was because you piggybacked on it the second time around. You said, actually, you know, what about it if I am a defendant?
Right.
Like, defendants have questions too, especially when they're dealing with public defenders who's not, you know what I mean? It's not like, you might not get too far, but it's not, you know, a big step to call the public defenders. I mean, the district attorney's office, if you need some information.
And here's the thing, brother. They try and say, well, if you have representation, I can't talk to you directly. That's BS, because your representation is actually your co-counsel. Okay, you're the person you're the person in the hot seat. You're the person who's going to do the quote unquote time. You're the person who's facing these charges. So you have the absolute right to ask them any question you want, and they must answer. And if they don't answer you, then you say, you know what? Anytime a public servant does not answer questions from the public or give information the public demands, that public servant is guilty of fraud. That's McNeely versus U.S.
Violating the oath of office.
Not only that, but here's the thing: they're guilty of fraud, and so. Fraud equals deceit, and silence, if they don't answer you, is deceit, and deceit is fraud, and fraud is illegal, and they are held responsible for that, and they lose their shroud of any kind of authority or any kind of qualified immunity on that. You have to call them on it. You have to articulate it as such. Otherwise, they will continue to go on, which is actually quite ridiculous, because I was trying to be nice to the lady, calling her by her, proper name, and she's going to try and bully me. Who are you? What do you do? Whoa, hey, chatty patty, slow down there. Let me put you back in your place real quick. Let me establish who's in charge. And even the DA, hello, I'm Mrs. Whoa. Okay, so, by that time I was already agitated.
Right. Shout out to Renetta Williams. Have a good night. I hope you're still in here to hear that. Loyal resistor. Loyal supporter, y'all. Renetta Williams, the queen, all the way from Wynn, Arkansas. Make sure you have a good night.
Good night, Renetta. And then Carl Medina, you're right, man. She couldn't handle it, I guess. I mean, if you can't handle the fire, get out of the kitchen.
My supervisor, okay?
So you're refusing to answer my question? That's whatever your name is?
Yes, I'm going to transfer you to my supervisor.
Are you refusing to answer my question?
Sir, my name is Eleanor Pomeroy. I'm Miss Parmalee's chief. I'm her supervisor. I'm actually here and I've been listening in on the call.
Yes,
I think, sir, we're trying to to understand your question so that we can provide you with the answer that you're looking for.
Understood.
So can you...
Resisting level is futile. Was making a point. I don't know. Are you good with what she said, or?
He said because the defendant has representation, they can't talk to the district attorney. The representation has
talking
to.
About as far as why the DA can't speak to a defendant.
Okay, so that's what they say, but a citizen must go on his own legal standing. Okay, and so the fact that the defendant has representation means is irrelevant to the defendant. That's something that the court. That's something the courts have to. Officers of the court have to comply with, not the defendant, or not me. I'm not an officer of the court. I don't have to comply to their rules. If I have a question, I don't have to go through my attorney to get an answer for that question. So therefore, their silence is deceit, and deceit is fraud. That's something they hide behind, but I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Question a little bit?
Yes, ma'am. I'll articulate it to you very well. So a friend of mine got beat up by her husband, okay? And so then she in turn went and told you guys, okay? And she told you guys, what you did was, as the state, you took over her complaint, okay? And then you made a deal with her husband, some BS plea bargain, okay? And left her completely out of the loop, which is 100% a violation of due process and equal protection law.
Hang on. Can I ask how you're related to this case?
It's not relevant.
They love that. They always want to find out what you got to do with it. Like they simply don't understand. Well, part of the public is public record. What's the problem with somebody from part of the public inquiring about it?
What they try and do is they try and lock you out that way, because if you're not directly affiliated with the case, quote unquote, they can say, well, this is privileged information or all that other kind of BS, but cut right through that. Say, hold on a second. I didn't, and that's why I said later on, you'll hear me. I didn't ask for specific information or for a specific case. And they actually, she was actually right. She can't quote on hypotheticals, and you'll hear that in a second.
No, that's true. I heard that, and they can't, but
they can. Because ask her a question.
Yeah, but right? you was direct with it. That's what I was about to say. Like, you were direct with what you asked her. She chose not to answer it. Just like I think it was another conversation you had. I can't even remember if it was me or you, but it was a video conversation, and they said that we choose not. You know what? I'm sorry. It was a conversation of me attempting to make it a video, and my computer was acting up, and I was talking to the DA down in Natchitoches, Louisiana.
Oh my gosh!
Travis Hines his legal trouble down there. So I was planning to make a video with the DA because I had already called one of the divisions down there. I think they was right next door to the police station, and the only thing they could tell me is that I had called the wrong department, and they seemed to be the dispatch service. But anyway, everybody knows about that video. I put that out there. I attempted to make another one with the DA office, asking them if people get approached by their local police and asked to produce ID, if they don't produce it, do they simply get locked up? And he said, well, I'm not going to answer hypotheticals. And I'm like, no, I'm just straight asking you a direct question. If that's how it goes, how do you guys proceed? Because it seems as though y'all proceeding all the way with Travis Hines, and he didn't give up ID because he didn't commit a crime. So,
hey, you know what? Here's the answer to that question. So, you have the right to not be arrested. You have the right to remain silent. Therefore, you cannot be arrested for remaining silent. Your constitutional protections and rights cannot be criminalized. That's NAACP versus Alabama, 1958. You cannot be charged. You cannot be penalized for exercising your rights.
Yeah, well, the shit goes on and on.
It does. I have fun with
them. Like, they got these separate laws that they swear that they swear is higher than the Constitution.
Well, here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about that, Resistance. Their laws are they pertinent? Yes. And local laws are applicable, and they are pertinent, and they would take precedent over any kind of federal law if you don't know how to complain, or if you don't know how to supersede that local law. That's why they say, you know what, you're right. Your local law it's organic and it's an actual law, but federal law reigns supreme per the supremacy clause.
Only if outside of civil rights issues, right?
I'm sorry.
You're speaking outside of civil rights issues.
I'm speaking about the application of law, civil or criminal. Federal law reigns supreme always. And the only time federal law intercedes with state law is if
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm speaking about when you was talking about local state laws.
Mm-hmm.
How they'll continue to reign. That things are still being ordered with local state laws if we don't know how to attack them the right way.
Correct.
That's outside of civil rights issues you're speaking about, right?
Correct. It's about civil rights issues and actually even criminal law, but civil rights for sure. And that's something I had to learn in the last couple of months. If you don't know how to question the local law, that local law will reign supreme. Actually, as you and I both know about, removing things from state to federal, you have to be able to state why and quote. So not only case law, but the federal law to back yourself up. Otherwise, the local law will reign. It's actually built that way on purpose to cause confusion.
Right. Hey, let's take a little quick break, real quick.
Okay.
I'm just a picture in the frame. Pause. I paint word pictures. I don't control the colors.
I'm everywhere in public.
That's so cool how you do that, by the way.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
We're going to continue this video with ID88, Incorporation Doctrine88, on the line with District Attorney in Dallas.
Relevant. It is in fact relevant to whether or not I can have communication with you, sir.
Okay. So who am I talking with?
You're speaking with Eleanor Palmer. I'm an assistant district attorney with Dallas County.
Mrs. Palmer, I'm talking about, who am I speaking about? What victim am I speaking about? Did I name a victim?
I'm not certain. I would need to know a case.
Okay, so if I didn't name a victim, Mrs. Palmer, then you can't tell me any interference or talking with the defense or anything like that. Please. Don't insult my intelligence.
Sir,
real fast.
Did she think it was funny though? Did I hear her like?
No, and so that's kind of my fault. I was a little excited with that. But what I said to her was, if I wasn't speaking about a specific victim, then you can't tell me that I can be excluded from the conversation. So what she wanted to do is she wanted to have me to narrow a specific case law where she can shut me out. Okay, if I gave her a specific case. Liz F, omissions isn't necessarily fraud. It is if you ask them a direct question. They can't omit something if you ask them a direct question. Because silence is fraud. It's McNeely versus U.S., and you can look it up. You know what? Hold on a second, Liz. If it has to do with somebody's safety, I guess they could omit it. Liz F, shout out to give Liz F a high five. But their silence is fraud. Silence is equal to fraud. Yes, McNeely versus U.S. and also for not answering public information. If the information is public, they must come forth with that public information. Because they said that if you're not answering the question, they want to know why. And if you're not answering the question, well then are you being fraudulent? Are you being not fraudulent, but are you being what's the word I'm looking for? Not telling the truth. Are you hiding? What are you hiding, and what are you hiding for? Yep, and time, place, and manner restriction. Liz FF. Okay, Liz, you go, Liz F. Liz F's got a little something.
Shout out Liz F. That's what's up. And I'm gonna continue the video. I gotta step out the room again. I'll be back.
This is Palmer. That you can't touch on any interference or talking with the defense or anything like that. Please don't insult my intelligence,
sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, she thought it was funny too.
I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, and
listen to her giggle, y'all.
The victim, Mrs. Palmer, that you can't touch on any interference or talking with the defense or anything like that. Please don't insult my intelligence,
sir.
Yeah.
Let's both take a breath. I'm trying to understand where you're coming from.
I'll be back, bro.
And in order for me to give you accurate information as to what happened with a particular case, I first need to know what that case is and the
correct.
Case
she's right about that.
Determine what happened, because right now I don't know anything about the case.
Are you telling me that I'm the color of law, ma'am?
I'm sorry?
No resistance, they don't.
Color of law.
Resisting level is futile. They do not have the right to remain silent.
Exactly what that relates to.
Understood. So you're a member of the bar. You sworn up the Constitution, right? So, and also being a fiduciary duty, being a public servant to answer to the public, which is me. So I'm asking a direct question. Okay, ma'am?
Yes, and I'm trying to let you know I don't understand your question, and I would like to look at case up so I can give you accurate information.
So, as I was saying, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get identifying information, ma'am. Please don't insult my intelligence. Okay?
I'm not, sir.
Okay. And so, I'm going to give you a scenario. My friend got...
Liz F., you're absolutely right.
And she went to you guys like an idiot and complaining about it. And you act like you cared about her case, but in fact you didn't. Because you guys, what you went and did, you would have cut a plea bargain with her husband. Okay? And now her husband gets a little BS 6 months charge, okay, when he assaulted her. And what you did was, which was illegal, is you left her out of a whole loop. Because you said the state of Texas.
I would have to look at the case.
They deem unfortunately you're correct.
I don't know. If you could give me the case number, I'd be happy to give you accurate information as to what happened.
Okay, so so we're talking about a specific case. Let's say if you have a case against a person, let's say that a case, let's say.
And see here, I'm talking hypotheticals, and they don't deal in those.
The state of Texas versus John Doe, okay? And the state of Texas versus John Doe, you have them there for a traffic ticket, or you have them there for something without a victim, okay? But yet you can threaten him with jail time or any kind of punishment, okay? So how is that legal? I don't understand. See, what I'm concerned about is you're supposed to be there to protect this lady, and you did not do it. Instead, you wouldn't cut a deal with her husband, and now he's back out harassing her again.
Sir.
So, ma'am, let me just ask you.
A couple things. One, I can't answer these hypothetical questions. Two, if you can give me a case number, I can give you the accurate information as to what happened on this very particular case that you're calling about, so that you and I can be on the same page, and I can give you that information. But when I'm
perfect sense, so am I.
Answer these questions unless I can give you that accurate information, which I can't do unless you can give me a little bit more information about either who the defendant is or what the case number is. Okay?
Okay, so you can't answer. So you don't teach classes or anything like that. You don't ever answer hypothetical situations ever.
I don't provide legal answers to individuals. I don't provide legal representation to individuals, and I don't provide.
Oh, whoa. Okay, so you do not.
That's what concerned me.
Individuals.
I represent the state of Texas as a whole and the citizens as a whole. I do not represent one particular individual.
Okay, so if the individual comes to you with a complaint of a crime, right? So how is that person being represented by you? If only your name's on there, the state of Texas.
We represent the state of Texas. Criminal cases are the state of Texas versus a particular individual known as the defendant. So it is a crime against society, right?
Right. And who's the victim? What's the proof of injury and facts on that? How can the state show an injury?
It would depend on the facts of the case. It can vary per case.
Okay, so the state, you're telling me, ma'am, that the state can show an injury, proof of injury, in fact, the state can? Because the state's the one who's charged, is the one who's assessing these charges.
Hey, Liz F., send me a message and converse.
So the state.
All right, I'm back once again.
No, that's fine. Liz F. has some great points, by the way. Very good points. Very great points. And Gene Hurton had a good point as well. It's individual people who make up the state. And so They can argue, and you know what? She actually outwitted me. She did, and she was very she was within her legal not right, but with her legal authority and how she answered my questions, because I was not specific. And if you can't give a specific case law or a specific case, then it's technically hearsay, and she can't answer to that or be questioned by it.
Here's my thing. Hold on real quick.
Yes.
I was thinking the same thing when I was listening to the video. I'm like, well, yeah, you didn't have any, case law or, any name directly to the case. But my thing was, if you did, she would still question who you were and would be reluctant to give you the information.
Okay, so that would so that's what she was trying to do, but I would have to have quoted a case either where I had permission from the defendant to speak on their behalf, or the case is already closed. Right? For example, for my past cases, right? The state of Texas versus Charles Stark that are already closed. That's public information, and they can question anything about it. Okay. But this particular case, what she was trying to do, especially since it was a domestic violence issue, she was trying to shut me out. And she was actually pretty daft about it. But I wouldn't give her specifics on purpose, because the person that I was actually speaking about was sitting right next to me. Okay. And so I was vague on purpose. But my vagueness also means that she couldn't speak directly to my questions, because there's no ambiguity in law. Either it is or it isn't, right? And so I didn't give her a specific case, so she couldn't quote on that. She was actually correct.
I was wondering who Liz F was directing this to. I know she's directing it to me. No, I think she's directing it to me.
I asked her to message me.
No, I think she's talking about when I said that if we quoted case law or gave a name directly to the case, she's saying that she, would have had to give me the information because it's public record. Which is true. I believe that as well. But I'm saying when we get conversations on the phone, they hardly go anywhere. We know this because we record them and we put them out there. Even with that, she would have done something within her legal bounds to not give up that information. This is my personal, I believe.
No. I understood completely. But I don't let them off that easy. I really don't. If I could have been more specific, I would have been. Like, for example, when I talked to that captain at the correction facilities here in Dallas, I didn't let him off the hook.
Hey, this grassy knoll right here, this little road right here.
Yeah.
Shout out to the exploiter for putting that out there, because I just, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I put the video together real quick. If anybody know about editing, you don't gotta know about certain geography. I just pulled up information about the DA office, and it came along with some stock footage. And the exploiters said, yo, the Kennedy headshot came from the red courthouse there. Just so y'all really know, with the pointy roof.
You know what? No. Yes. That area down there, man, to be honest with you, being a Dallasite, I've been in for 27 years. That area down there is eerie. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just eerie, man, because how it kind of went, quote unquote, went down. That was I'll just say this. There's no way in hell that was a random act. There's no way.
Shout outs to Liz F. And I'm not getting off the subject, Liz. I'm just surprised about this grassy knoll thing, which I'm about to get right back on. But shout outs to Liz F for bringing up some good points. And I'm starting to learn more and more what you can actually get through FOIA. Like, you can get a lot of things. I'm actually hoping to get some surety bond information.
Oh, wow. Well, that's right, Liz.
I don't think it's coming. I don't think I'm going to get that information.
Oh, I bet you will.
But I'm learning that you can, you know what? And I'm going to prove myself wrong, too, if I get it, because
you're going to. Right. Hey, Liz F., you can email me. You can email me at elpasojacks@yahoo.com. My email address is on the bottom there. on the ticker. But you can email me, and we can help each other out because I have information that you can use, and vice versa. I'm sure.
All right. She said you can go to the courthouse to request all motions and filings. No public records requests at the courthouse unless they give you trouble
on the file. Okay. Excellent information.
About a regular. She's just speaking. Okay. She's just speaking about a regular case within the city.
What part of the country are you in, Liz F? Brooklyn.
But
everything.
Real quick, I want to switch back to this grassy knoll. Shout outs to the exploiter for even putting it out there. He was saying, I just happened to look at his comment. He said, yeah, the headshot from Kennedy came from this area right here. And I'm like, wait a minute, am I looking at the grassy knoll? And is this
yes. Yeah,
is this the road he was coming down right here?
Correct. Right here? Where that white car is right there, that's actually going, I guess, southbound. And that's leading right to a major freeway, okay? That where that white car and that truck is, it's leading to a major freeway, like a interstate. And then the car where the black car is to the right, those are coming off the freeway. Well, the fact that they have the presidential procession going that direction is just weird, number one. With too much access and in and out, I would say. And so, like, where the two people are walking on the left, you see on the left by that, I guess, my eyes. There's that truck, there's the white car, and there's two cars, and there's two people walking right there in the yellow. You see? Now, according to what I saw on the tour, that area around there is where some of the shots came from as well. And that red brick building is correct me if I'm wrong, exploiter, but that's the book depository, correct? And so
you would know better than I.
Oh man, for sure. But that area down there it's called the West End, and it used to be a hip spot way back in the 90s. But that area down there, hey, resistance. That area down there is eerie, man. You know, it's just because of what happened and how it all kind of unfolded, and how John Ruby got shot a couple of days later, and the whole thing. My complete personal opinion is this: JFK pissed off the mafiosos, and because his brother wouldn't back down, and it wasn't for them, he would have never got elected because Frank Sinatra, who was friends with JFK. I know. We hold that for a special. You know me.
Let's make that a special. Look, listen, I'm hanging out a little bit. I don't got nothing to do, so I'm hanging out a little bit. I want you to do a favor for me towards the end, pertaining to a video. But let's finish this right here, this phone call, and then I'm gonna dig in the crate. I'm gonna dig in the petri dish and pull out something crazy.
Word.
We could review that, and then I want you to personally review a video of mine.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So the defendant has the right to look the state in the eye, look in the eye, and face their accuser.
Oh, grab it hard, really? I'm old.
Right? If the person damage the property or a felony present police officer, you tell me how the state could be that victim, and how can the DA be the witness and the complainant? Or the prosecutor, and the witness?
Sir, if you'd let me speak, I'd be happy to answer your question.
Please do.
I'm not entirely sure
jokes.
but I never once said that the DA's office was a witness. Again, you can give me a case number. I can give you accurate information as to what happened in a particular case. But without that, I cannot give you that information because I would need to pull the case up. And right now, I don't have enough information to pull that particular case up. Okay.
So if I gave you a generic case, ma'am, if I give you a generic case number, you would come back with saying, well, you're not related to that case.
Sir, I cannot answer generic questions. I can give you specific information about a specific case, but I can't sit here and answer generic questions. I think you're kind of going around in circles right now.
You grab it hard. I actually live about 9 minutes from there, FYI, young guy.
Case number.
Are you trying to give me a directive? Are you trying to direct me on something now? Are you trying to give me some legal directives? Because you cannot do that. I'm not. Okay?
Sir, I think at this time, I'm going to have to end this call. I really appreciate your time.
That would be a good idea. That would be a good idea.
All right, so before I let ID88 speak again, I just want to say these are one of these phone calls where trying to find information, not necessarily sure on everything that we're saying, but like let me speak for myself on this. On my situation with this surety bond situation, I've been calling all around, been getting the runaround. ID88 situation right here, where he's trying to get information as far as how they proceed, their procedure, right? Basically,
yes.
Basically how they would proceed with their procedure of the example that he gave, because he didn't have direct information to give them, or the case number or anything. But these are one of these phone calls where you just have to dig and try to get answers. Sometimes you may slip in error on some things, but the point of it is to get as much information. So ID88, what I ask you is what would you have done different? What would you do different the next time if you're trying to get information in a situation like this?
I would have a specific case that I'm dealing with. I would have very specific questions, because without specific questions and information, they can't speak, because it all depends on the situation, the judge, the DA or whatnot. If you don't have specifics, they can't go one way or the other on it, because like I say all the time, there's no ambiguity in law. Either it is or it isn't. And they definitely can't they can't speak on something that doesn't exist, period.
Okay. And just to keep it 100, this was just a recording that he sent to me that he had. I don't know how long he had it or whatever, but it sounded interesting to me. So it's the reason why I put it up on my platform.
Yeah, I made a comment last week.
It still was an interesting conversation, because we found out some things, and how if you don't have the correct information, they will, not give you what you need.
And you know what? And to be honest with you, I can't blame them, because you can't come to me or to us, resistance, and ask for our help, talking vaguely about something, right? We can't look into a specific body camera footage, or we can't look into a specific case law if it's roundabout and vague. She's absolutely correct. And we have to, if we're going to do it, we have to be fair, right? And so she's absolutely right. She can't speak on hypotheticals, and she's absolutely right. And I can't blame her for that. She, like I said, I got outwitted, but it won't happen twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Liz F is correct. Or they bury you in paperwork.
Yes. Yep. Yes, the paperwork I like, though. I'm a nerd like that, Liz F.
You know what? I was going to wait till later on for you to go over this video, but I think I want you to go over it now. Give me a second. I'm about to pull it up.
Okay.
It's the video I did this past Friday.
Okay.
The one with the 3 officers.
Oh.
And I want everybody's take on it. Because you got a few people who saying that I arrived late, right? So I arrived late, but listen to me question them and listen to their response, right?
And their body, and also their body motions,
right? I asked them why are they illegally IDing the man. They said no, he needs EMS. So once you hear the conversation a little bit more, you hear the officer telling them, oh, it's, that's not a good thing that you did that you took that pill. And they say that he swallowed a pill. And that's still not probable cause because he could have swallowed a pill that was for his health. And I'm not protecting what people do out here on these streets. We know what they do out here on these streets. I'm not saying what that man done. Allegedly, they saying that he popped the pill and they had all probable cause to ID him or whatever. And they finally ID'd him. And when they ID'd him, he had a warrant and they arrested him.
That guy, man.
You know what I'm saying? That was the craziest shit ever.
Dude.
So if you hear the conversation, listen, if you hear the conversation, they getting this information trying to play like, oh, you need EMS because you just popped the pill. He gives them the information, like, and I already believe that they might have already had an idea that he had a warrant because they were so stuck on trying to get his information. They get his information, warrant popped up, but where is the probable cause? That's all I'm saying. Where is the probable cause? So
and you know what? I've been thinking about that all day, actually. And real quick, I'm curious as to how it happens if he has a warrant. I'm sorry. I was looking at Liz F's comment. That's why I stopped. She said, "Put in a request for court documents about John Smith, and they will tell you $3,000 and give you every John Smith for the last 40 days." Hey, Liz F, I'm glad you said that because I have a direct kryptonite for that. So you already pay taxes, right? And you already pay for the information. And since they're on the clock, they're getting paid by your tax dollars. How are they going to double charge you for doing the work they're already supposed to be doing? I shut that down so quick. They tried to do that with me with the DA's office out here. I lit them up on that.
I'm waiting for Liz F to come back on that because y'all been warring a little bit, just a little.
No, warring. No. She brings a great point.
Keeping it competitive. That's when I say warring. I'm just keeping it competitive because she has been coming back with some good points.
Absolutely, 100%.
I'm anticipating to see what she's coming back with on that. I heard that tactical move before too of yours that you just stated. But hey, you want to get into this video? You want to dissect this?
Let's do it.
All right.
These guys are, man,
idiots.
You're very much.
Hey, you know idea if you ain't commit a crime. You can stop that right now, bro. You can stop that right now. Seriously. Hey, if you didn't commit a crime, you ain't got to give up no information. Just letting you know, brother.
Yeah, but then they going to find something.
No, they not.
Man, you see that right there? He said, yeah, but then they going to find. That's how we know that they ran up on him, that they accosted him and demanded ID. I come up and they try to flip the narrative and make it seem like, oh, we want EMS. Did you see that? Why would he respond like that?
Well, so resistance. People, the general public is not as knowledgeable as you and I are, and people on your channel. They're just not. And they get concerned and they get intimidated by law enforcement because they think of them as a authoritative situation or authoritative figures, and they're not. But people don't respond to pressure differently. And if this guy would have just kept his mouth shut, he would have never gotten in trouble. But he didn't, and therefore he has to suffer the consequences. That's just the reality of it, which sucks for guys like you and I,
Hey, if you didn't commit a crime, you ain't got to give up no information. Just letting you know, brother.
Yeah, but then they going to find something.
No, they not. You didn't do anything wrong. Stop. You can hush your mouth right now, please, brother. Yo, why y'all illegally IDing this person? Why y'all doing this? What did he do? What's your probable cause? For
have EMS come talk to you, all right? That's not good. You got to get checked.
Now he's switching it up. You hear what I'm saying? He's switching it up. He making it look good for the camera. He trying to make us think, oh, it's a medical situation.
So
I don't know.
I would also say this. I would say this.
Like that, man.
Yeah. I would say this too. Why are the police cars in the street like that without their emergency lights on? Because if they're worried about his medical condition, why didn't they have the emergency lights on? Right?
No lights on. This is why I fully request the information and I put a complaint on them. I did that live last week. All
yes,
right?
Sir. And real quick, yeah, that's and this is a great video that you brought up, my brother. And this is one of the things that I'm so proud of you about is that how you handle yourself, man. Seriously, I learn from you. I do, because how you handle yourself is impeccable.
Thank you, bro.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
What's your probable cause? What's your probable cause for identity?
He said, I would like to know that too. People not listening. See, I know I run my mouth a lot, but y'all got to keep rewinding the video back, because he said, when I said, what's your probable cause? Brother man said, I would like to know that too. Listen.
Probable cause. What's your probable cause for identity?
Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Do I need to turn it up a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Listen to this. I'm running my mouth. I'm going to keep it real. I'm running my mouth. But as soon as I say, what's my probable cause? He says, yeah, I would like to know that too. Let me turn close and see.
Hey, Lizette, real quick. I've done that before, and if you ask for certified copies, they can charge you. But if you just ask for regular copies, then they cannot charge you.
All right.
You gotta get checked out if you swallow it.
What's your probable cause? What's your probable cause for identity? Answer him now. You got a right to answer. He has the right to ask you that.
I don't know if y'all quite heard that, but I said answer him now, because the man just said, I would like to know that too.
Mm-hmm.
After I said, what's the probable cause? So he straight ignored him. This dude got this case beat. I hope he reach out to me some kind of way, man. He got this case beat for real. I don't care nobody say it.
And so the only thing I would question is that he had an active warrant. And if there's an active warrant, then they had a, well, I'll have to look at
everything else is nullified. Well, yeah,
I think the fact that he had an active warrant,
if he caught a new charge, they're gonna have to throw it out. But if he had the active warrant, you know, it's just, oh well, he had an active warrant anyway.
I would think.
I think he still his civil rights was violated as far as no probable cause.
But he had an active warrant for his arrest, and so he's already broken a law, I would think. And so the police officers, technically, if he had an active warrant, technically, well, hold on a second. They would have not known he had an active warrant had he not identified himself.
That's what I'm saying. All that they just went through, getting the way they obtained the information, how they lied to him and said, no, you popped that pill and we need to get you checked out medically. Let me get your name so we could get them here real quick. That wasn't the way to go.
You're right. You're right.
That's outside the procedure of getting information.
That's how I beat one of my cases, because they ran my plates. They ran my plates and found out I had a warrant and pulled me over, right? But then I asked them, why did you run my plates? What reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime did you suspect me of to run my plates to begin with? And they couldn't answer that, and it got thrown out.
So I don't know if Liz F is commenting to what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Or what we
both.
Every state has different types of record release laws.
Right.
There are states that have given cops the right to refuse any footage without a court order. It's gross. Read your local laws. Break that down. I don't understand.
Okay, so what she's saying is that they cannot release records that you request directly if they have a local law without a court order. Well, I'll say this: per McNeely versus U.S.
You talking about like similar to that situation in one of the Carolinas where body cam footage isn't released unless you get some type of court order.
That's not. Yes, I heard about that, but that's not actual law. The law says that a public servant who denies information to the public when specifically asked or demanded is guilty of fraud. That's McNeely versus U.S. That's the whole genesis of that ruling. Now, what Liz F was speaking about was actually true. Is that they can charge a reasonable fee, and the discussion then would be reasonableness. Because when I got information from these police officers here in Frisco, they charged me $15 when it originally was $3,000, but they charged me, it ended up being $15 because I asked them exactly what they needed to, what specifically I wanted, and how much time did it take for them to get that information and to give me it's called a bill of particulars, exactly how long it took them to look it up and exactly how long it took them to gather information. And that's when I deducted how much it would cost, and they agreed with me. But that's not usually the norm. They usually give me a hard time.
You got a right to he has the right to ask you that. No, don't give him nothing.
Listen, you see how he caught an attitude?
Yeah.
Yeah, he caught an attitude because he knew that I was about to get this man to stop giving up his information. He caught a little attitude with me because he knew I was right.
No, don't give him nothing.
See that? Listen, man. He turned towards me, and now look at him. Look at him looking at me. I'm trying to. He knows something ain't right. Look at his face. He knows something ain't right. I'm trying to tell him.
No, listen, I'm not interfering. Supreme Court rule interfering is physical. Yo, don't give them your information, bro. They illegally.
Bro, this video made me so mad, bro.
Me too. But like I said, man, not everybody's versed in the law.
Nobody's trying to protect no murderer. I'm not trying to protect no criminal. Okay, all I'm doing is just exposing how these police officers are criminals as well. Okay, once they do shit like this out of the scope, they criminals because they're held at a higher standard than anybody out there walking the streets. They got a badge, they got a gun, they got an emblem on their arm saying that they out there to uphold the Constitution. Whatever he doing, they just as guilty of doing. They're criminals too. That's all. The only point I'm trying to make. And this shit makes me mad because they do this to innocent people.
They do that to innocent people, and people are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And that's what they forget. That's where the gross misapplication of law comes in. They're treating people as criminals when they're actually innocent. And that's why you have to hold them guilty. And Sam Gold, you're right. Hold them accountable, 42 U.S. Code 1983. And you also have to know how to get to 1983, how to make 1983 applicable, because what this officer did was he was trespassed of Title 18 U.S. Code 242. Actually, since there's more than two of them, it's trespass of Title 18 U.S. Code 241, which makes it a conspiracy because they're acting in concert. And so the fact that they're doing that, you have to call them on it. Your silence equals compliance. If you do not call them on it, then they will continue to go. And even sitting in jail, Dean, even sitting in jail, you can challenge the fact that you're in jail. I mean, because it's called involuntary servitude. That's a whole other subject, but just trust me on that.
I dare you, Fourth Amendment violation. What's your name and badge? Can I have your name and badge?
1829.
Ryan 1829. I'm going to file a complaint on you right now. What's your name and badge?
Where were you working yesterday, last night?
Look at this motherfucker, right?
Yeah. Hey, Liz, I can show you how to cut through all that, by the way.
This dude right here, man, like I ignore him as much as possible. I was not going to allow him to fuck this video up.
You did a great job.
This dude right here, right? I'm not even going to get into what he does out there because I really don't know. But like every time I hold the police accountable, he got something to say.
He obviously eats.
And he sits a lot. I mean,
I digress. That was mean. I'm sorry.
Hours at a time, right in one of these spots right here.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. You're right, Sam Gold. Absolutely right.
Yo, where were you yesterday last night?
Cooper, 1227.
Cooper, 1227. What's your name and badge?
Logan, 1602.
Well, people will beat the crap out of mind your business.
I don't understand what his problem is. Like, I don't understand what nobody's problem. I don't understand what anybody's problem is when I'm out there holding police officers accountable.
Okay.
Catching them illegally IDing people, violating their Fourth Amendment.
You want my perspective on that? So we won't comment on what this guy does for a living, but perhaps he's getting some quote unquote protections by these police officers, and he's able to continue his nefarious actions with protection of the law. So therefore, he's trying to protect his quote unquote assets and talk crap to you because he's getting a benefit from their nefarious actions or illegal acts.
I don't know. All I know is every time I hold these cops accountable on this street right here, he's out here whipping off the blue line.
I need to come to Boston. I need to come to Boston when this happen. Yeah, wear my Cowboys jacket.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest that.
Oh man.
Where were you yesterday? Ain't nobody talking to you.
Yeah, whatever the fuck up.
Wow.
Well, why are you illegally IDing him?
Not illegally IDing.
So what's your probable cause?
Yeah, whatever.
Wow, you just illegally ID'd him. How you find out about that? I'm gonna put that complaint in on you. Just illegally ID'd him. You wouldn't.
So he cool with it. He like, it's cool. I don't care about you putting the complaint in on me. Like, as long as he caught that collar, he good now, right? That's where he at with it, huh?
But you know what though? It's still the application of law. You can still roast those cops on 8 different levels. The fact that they approached him without probable cause. You can make that complaint of resistance. They violated his civil rights in front of you, which could be.
I already have.
Yes, I know you have. But here's it for the general public. If they witness something like this happening, they can make a complaint against those police officers for acting outside the scope of their authority, which can be legally torture. Because you witnessing that misapplication of law and the man having his civil rights violated causes stress upon you watching that, and that is an injury in a civil case. Know that. Bam. What's that?
That's one of the complaints. That's not the complaint that I put on.
Right.
That's the unknown off. We'll get into that later as we watch the video.
There's
Wolf Gadley. Say that again, bro.
I said, "What's up, Wolf Gadley?"
Wolfie in the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Wolfie. What's going on, Wolfie? What's up with the check mark, bro? Wolfie Gladly with accountability inspector check mark there. Shout out to Wolfie Gladly, my man. What's up with you, bro? I was just going over some videos, man, and talking. I got my man ID88 in the house.
I am.
That's it.
Yeah, Incorporation Doctrine88. If you want to come check me out, there, Wolf Gladly.
Wake up, American resistance. Stay out of Boston.
I'll come to Boston. Wow. Have some. What's that? Samuel Adams beer. Or that? What's that? What's that? Marky Mark burger joint? You know what I'm talking about? Wahlburgers, yeah. Please. To call those burgers is an insult to burgers. Please.
For some reason, I can't find that complaint right now.
All right.
Here, I got it. There we go.
What's the StreamYard link?
The only thing is, I was going to pull it up again, but everybody, I can't even tell y'all what video it was, but it was back on Friday after I uploaded the video that we're reviewing now.
Right.
And I went live and I put the complaints in live. So y'all just going to have to scroll down a couple videos from Friday to check that out.
A Resistance.
Yeah.
What's the StreamYard link?
What's the StreamYard link?
Yeah.
That's the link to what we're streaming off of.
Oh, okay.
This is StreamYard. This is
duh.
This is platform the production is coming from.
Hey brother, you see why I do the law stuff and you handle the technical stuff?
Right.
Wow. Ridiculous.
Those about guys, that? I'm gonna put that complaint in on you. Just illegally ID'd him. So what's your probable cause?
Yeah, whatever.
Wow, you just illegally ID'd him. How you find out about that? I'm gonna put that complaint in on you. Just illegally ID'd him. You wouldn't have known he had a warrant if you didn't illegally. See what I'm saying, brother? I told you not to tell him nothing. I told you not to tell him nothing. Shut your mouth, man.
You shut up.
I told you not to say. You know your rights now, right? You know your rights. I told you not to tell him your name.
So basically, he's a criminal. He has a warrant. He's a criminal. Let's just keep it real. He's a criminal.
Okay, so hold on a second.
He got a warrant.
So what does warrant mean? Let's break that down for a second. Because his warrant doesn't make him a criminal. Okay.
We're not ready for that yet. We ain't ready to give it to him like that yet.
A warrant?
No, seriously. We ain't ready to shift over and give it to him like, going over with vessels and crossing water and all that. We gonna get there soon. But for people who know the basic law the way they want us to interpret it, right now he's a criminal.
He's not a criminal.
Go ahead.
Because a warrant is actually a commercial thing, not a criminal one. It does not make him a criminal. Okay? Because if he was a criminal, who's the victim? Who's the complaining victim? Who's the injured party? Because as a warrant means that some court is asking him to appear for something. A warrant is short for warranty, and that is a financial instrument, not a criminal one. He's not a criminal.
A warrant for domestic abuse.
Okay, so who's the complainant? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about the pure application of law. The pure application of law is blind. Okay. So a criminal is a criminal and a non-criminal is a non-criminal. No matter what we think about him personally, a criminal is somebody who's committed a crime against another person, who's injured somebody else, okay, or damaged somebody else's property, or committed a felony in the presence of a police officer, period. That's it. That's all a criminal is.
Understandable. Definitely understand that.
Yeah.
So, but the way that most people interpret it is that if it's a domestic abuse situation, then the criminal is the person who supposedly received the domestic abuse.
Understood, but that's why you have a court of law, brother, and that's why you have a jury, and that's why we can't determine that until it's actually had equal protection.
They have a witness, right? You say that they shouldn't be a witness. They should be the ones to actually be suing the party, right?
Well, that's a plaintiff, and that's a plaintiff is a suing party, and a plaintiff is actually is a commercial term, not a criminal one. Plaintiff, defendant, all those are all commercial terms, not criminal ones. If you're gonna be honest about it, those aren't criminal terms. They're not. Plaintiff, defendant, warrant, indictment. Those are all financial instruments, not criminal ones.
So to find someone guilty in your eyes, according to the law, as far as like, let's say a domestic abuse, how would the process have to go down for him to be labeled as a criminal for, causing an injured party?
He has to have a guilty mind. He has to have the guilty act. He has to have a victim. And the total of those is a crime, right? Habeas corpus, mens rea, actus reus, and corpus delicti. Those four things equal a crime. And it has to be all four of them, not one of the four. It has to be all four of them. And for all four of them to occur beyond a reasonable doubt, okay, and by a jury of his peers, 12 zip, that's a criminal. If the 12 zip says he is, and those four acts are applicable, or he pleads out, that's a criminal. That's a crime, period, in the eyes of the law. That's why 95% of all convictions are plea bargains, because they can't prove somebody's state of mind. And to get this, the criminal act is not.
I was going to ask you something. So how do people get booked so much without them going through that process right there?
Because most people don't know how to complain, or they sign plea bargains. Okay, they literally don't know how to complain, and so your
elements again for me again.
All right, so it's mens rea, actus reus, habeas corpus, corpus delicti. Right? There has to be 4 components. Okay, the guilty mind, the guilty act, the injured person, and the total of those 4 is a crime. Right? And so those 4 all must be applicable. And so if they aren't, beyond a reasonable doubt, then there's no crime. And the person, how can you prove what somebody was thinking?
Wait a minute. Guilty mind, guilty act, and what else did you say? You said it was 4 of them.
Guilty mind, the guilty act, there has to be injured party, and the 4 of those equals a crime, right? Injured, actus reus, habeas corpus, corpus delicti, and mens rea. And
guilty mind, guilty act, injured party. That's 3.
And then hold on. The total of those 4 is the habeas corpus, I believe. Hold on.
Shout out Wolfie. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I'm chilling. How you doing, man?
I'm doing really good, dude. I have shit I have to talk to you off stream about, but yeah, settlement wise.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. I know you was telling me maybe about a month ago you was coming up on that.
It's done. It's filed. I have 15 pages in a PDF, and it's like fucking.
Oh really? Congrats on that, by the way.
Life-changing money and shit.
Hey, congrats on that.
Yeah, thank you so much. 6-figure fucking.
Have you met IDA?
We've not met formally, but I actually follow your channel.
Thank you, bro. Remember when I got attacked?
Yes.
By the security guards?
Yes.
All I can say is things are closing in and shit, you know?
Perfect.
Okay. I read the complaint that was filed by my attorney. This is life-altering, changing shit.
Hey, I'm happy for you. That's good. That's a W, man. That is an absolute W. You should send me that. Send me that. Or actually, I can look it up.
No, I don't want to send you. Well, it's not done yet.
Okay.
It's not done, so it's not public yet. So I don't want to talk anything. I don't know if there's going to be an undisclosure, but it's the city of Philadelphia.
Oh, it's what's that?
It's the city of Philadelphia, so it's fucking somebody's going to find it. It's public record. It's going to be public record. It's like
understood.
It's like brain blown. There's 6 counts.
There's sharks hunting for that.
There's like 6 counts and shit. There's over 5 counts and fucking.
That's what's up, dude. That's what's up. Hey, was that you in that video when you were standing outside your car, like a gray car or something like that, and they're asking all these questions, and you were shutting them down? There's a female officer and a male officer went through your car. Was that you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not me. Yeah. No, I only had a couple traffic stops. Oh, a few, but nobody searched my car ever. Dude, fuck
understood.
That.
Awesome.
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Groovy.
Going over this video I took last week of what I believe to be a 4th Amendment violation. They obtained his identity and outside of the scope of the law from what they were in. And
So what I've caught was that they pressured him into giving his name and he didn't have to, and then they rolled him for a warrant.
Yeah, and he gave up the information, so it's hard to argue his Fourth Amendment violation when
he gave up the information.
He consented it. He consented it over because that's the way that people are programmed. Like you just cooperate with touch.
So my question
believe
is,
you can argue the probable cause, though.
Mm-hmm. But my thing is this: if he had a warrant, if he had an existing warrant, they have to have RAS to come and question him in the first place, and he has the right to not talk. But if he has an active warrant, they have the right to arrest him, if I'm not mistaken.
Shout out to Liz F.
All right, congrats on the baby.
Well, what happens here? Like, I didn't see the beginning. I heard Resistance saying, "Hey, I told you, don't fucking cooperate with their investigation. They had nothing on you." But so it feels like, it feels like Resistance, observed the whole thing from front to back and shit. Is that true?
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear that last part. Say that again.
Did you observe the whole thing from front to back?
So, all right. They circled around the block where he was there the whole time where he's standing. I was at the corner of the block, not the one you're looking at, but the opposite end. And they circled around the block the first time. I thought they were on their way to, a call somewhere towards where they were going. So I quickly followed behind, traveled a half a block down, turned around and looked to see that they came back on the block that I was on. And they jumped out on that guy within seconds. I come right back. It wasn't no more than a minute the whole time. Okay, maybe 45 seconds even. And I come back and they got him, asking him for his information. And I just walk up just like I did, and I said, you don't gotta give up no information if you didn't commit a crime.
Right.
And usually when people commit crimes, they're already got their hands on them, trying to put them in cuffs, and then ask for information after that. We know that.
Right.
I'm questioning the validity of the probable cause, which I don't think they had any. It's a shame that I wasn't right there from the beginning, but I still believe I didn't have probable cause.
Well, it seems to me if he go ahead, my bad.
No, I was just saying. Go ahead. No, I forgot anyway.
Oh, well, okay. So it seems to me that, like, all right. So if they're familiar with this guy, right? They would already know his name. They would already say, "This is the guy that has the warrant," right?
Right.
So why ask him for it and not just walk up and say, "We know you. You got a warrant, put your hands behind your back." So what did you ever find out, or are we gonna find out in this video why initially talked to him?
So he popped the pill. That's what they said. As soon as I pull up, a lot of things are being said at once, and it's loud out there. You got buses out there, so you can't really hear everything. I knew what was said, but as soon as I pull up, I say, you ain't gotta say anything if you didn't commit a crime.
Wait. So they saw him taking what could have been an aspirin.
Right. So they turned it into, oh, you need care. You need medical care. I don't know what he told them that he took or whatever, but however, whatever he took, they made it seem like he needed medical care. So now they got to call the EMS. And while we call it EMS, we need your name too. And he gives it up.
It just, it seems like a jack move. Yeah, it doesn't seem right to me.
You can stop that right now, bro. You can stop that right now. Seriously.
See, Redhead is talking about, he's getting the ambulance. This dude Logan right here said, no, he's getting the ambulance. Because they already seen him pop the pill, so now they're trying to flip the narrative that it's a medical situation.
A pill. It could have been a vitamin. What the fuck?
Hey, if you didn't commit a crime, you ain't got to give up no information. No, brother. No, they not. You didn't do anything wrong.
That right there just gave it all away. I told him, I said, if you didn't commit a crime, you don't have to give them no ID. And he turned around talking about, yeah, well, if I don't do that, then they gonna do this. That gave it away right there.
No, they not. You didn't do it.
Yeah, but then they gonna find something.
No, they not. You didn't do anything wrong. Be stop. You can hush your mouth right now, please, brother. Yo, why y'all illegally IDing this person? Why y'all doing this? It's a Fourth Amendment. What did he do? What's your probable cause? What's your probable cause for?
That's not good. You gotta get checked out if you swallow.
What's your probable cause? What's your probable cause for identity? Answer him now. You got a right to. He has the right to ask you that. No, don't give him nothing. Listen. I'm not interfering. Supreme Court rule interfering is physical. Yo, don't give them your information, bro. They illegally IDing you. Fourth Amendment violation. What's your name and badge? Can I have your name and badge? Ryan 1829. I'm going to file a complaint on you right now. What's your name and badge?
Where were you working yesterday, last night?
What's your name and badge, sir?
Yo, where were you yesterday, last night? Cooper 1227.
Cooper 1227. What's your name and badge?
Morgan 1602. What people beat the crap out of
mind your business. Mind your business.
Where were you yesterday?
Ain't nobody talking to you.
Yeah, whatever the fuck up.
Yo, why you doing that?
Who the fuck's that guy?
The guy in the gypsy cat or in the gypsy cat.
You just illegally ID'd him. How you find out about?
What you?
Who the hell is the guy in the truck, bro? Where does he come from?
Hey, that's Oscar the Grouch, man, in the green trash can.
He just showed up right from the Jerry Springer show.
He's in the gypsy cab. He's in the gypsy cab talking shit.
Yeah. Oh, gypsy cab. Okay.
That's Gypsy Gino.
He's a bootlicker.
I'm gonna put that complaint in on you. Just illegally ID'd him. You wouldn't have known he had a warrant if you didn't illegally. See what I'm saying, brother? I told you not to tell him nothing. I told you not to tell him nothing. Shut your mouth, man.
With your wife. With your sister.
Oh, wow.
I was with your sister yesterday, last night. What the fuck, bro? Stop.
Yeah, I said that to the chief of police in Little Elm. He didn't like that at all, by the way.
Fuck, man. Damn.
He's like, I don't know if you say, hey, Wolf, I don't know if you see my videos or not, but I had this issue in Little Elm, right, with these police officers that beat me up.
What's your channel?
Incorporation Doctrine88.
I see it. I'm gonna fucking look it up. I'm gonna subscribe.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to Stop Resisting Justice.
And so they had issues with me.
Yeah, they have issues with everybody, dude. It is. It's really hard to win against them. Like you can beat their charges and shit, but it's fucking.
You can't. You can beat the charge, but you can't beat the ride.
Well, they win every time because you have to pay. You have to pay the lawyers, and then the fucking prosecution gets paid.
Yeah. That's what I'm fighting right now. I've already beat all the charges though, and I have them in federal court as we speak. Same as you.
Godspeed to you, bro. It's fucking hard, dude. It's really hard. Out of all the shit, yo, I have this one that we win. You know what I'm saying? That's like, fuck.
Yeah. I'm about to spank him for a nice little chunk though. Probably mid 8 figures.
Good. Hell yeah.
But it's been 2.5 years. Shit.
Yeah, I'm like my thing's like mid to like 5.
Wow, really?
Mid 6 to like 500.
Sure, understood. Stop resisting your injustice. You're correct, man. People can't afford to fight. They can't afford to fight because, hey, I sat in jail 14 months, man, and I didn't sign any plea bargains, but I still sat in jail 14 months. You
ever seen the video where we got attacked?
I did. I've seen yours for sure.
It's fucking sick. It's like then there's like this chick throwing rocks and sticks and stones at some other dude.
Break your bones.
No, this shit is fucking like dope, like fucked up. Like I never expected that day to happen like that. That was they fucking
they went crazy, right? It's what? It's shocking.
What's the name of the video, real quick?
I don't want to say who they are. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say the name of the company or whatever. It's a city.
You still got the video up?
Yeah, that video is up, dude. That fucking video was unmonetized.
Can we watch it real quick? Can we
With
watch
so
the
much
part?
violence in the video, they couldn't even fucking monetize it, but it still went over 100,000 views and shit, and everything happened after that. It was like
Sam Gold, you're right. Sam Gold,
they
you're
went
absolutely
on
right.
their Facebook and they were like, "We seen the viral video, and this guy's fired and all this shit."
Hey, get this. Hey, get this, man. Resistance, you know about this. So my video went viral. One of my videos went viral on Facebook, right? Like 14 million views. Here's what Facebook does, though. They caught me, and that was my fault.
You got 14 million views on a video?
Oh, yeah.
You're a fucking legend, bro. Holy
no. I'm not a legend. I'm not a legend because I got took, right?
Right.
They caught me, man. Facebook, what these guys did, this company out of London called Arc Media, okay? On Facebook, my video had like 2.7 million views. Well, on YouTube, it had like 1 million views, right? And then Facebook caught a hold of it, and this company asked me if they can use it, and I said, yeah. So it went to like 2.7 million, right? Then it went from 2.7 million to like 5 million to 7 million to 8 million to 10 million to 14 million to 15 million, right? Well, I signed a contract with this certain company out of London at about 8 million views, okay? And so my understanding was between 8 million and up, we would split the revenue. Well, get this. That's not how it works. They got me, dude. I should have read fine print. They say that if they sell the video to another entity, we split the ad revenue from that sale. But the continued revenue they gain on Facebook between 8 million and 15 million views, they don't share that. Those rats.
Right. Oh, it's fucking dirty.
Dude, you know what though? I gave them props because they got me. I should have paid more attention, right? And it
Which
says
video is it though?
Hey, Resistance, what video was that? That's
I'm in most popular, and it's 117,000.
That one is the one that went viral on Facebook. It has
okay.
That one. And so they have me trapped.
Am I being detained? Is that the video?
Yes, sir. That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one. So on YouTube, on Facebook,
shit cop, yo. Oh my god, I'm gonna watch the shit out of that.
I had fun with them. I had fun with those stupid ass cops. But they got me, right? Because on Facebook, that one went viral. It has, I think, 10.7 plus 2.7, probably 14 million views on Facebook. Okay, 14 million. But I don't get any of those proceeds at all. Because I signed a stupid ass contract thinking that they would split all the ad revenue, but the ad revenue is only generated on a new sale of that video to somebody else. Like somebody in Pakistan contacted me. I said to go to this, my quote unquote agent. Well, they didn't sell the ad per se, but it kept getting views. It keeps getting views, and only the quote unquote agent is gaining the ad revenue dollars on Facebook.
They slipped you.
Oh, they gave me the runaround. They got me good. You know what, though? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And so I learned a lesson, right? 15 million views. I got nothing from that. No, nothing important.
Right. And you know what's fucked up?
Yeah.
All the comments on that video are probably like, fuck the guy that's holding the camera.
Well, I would say there's 11,000 comments or something like that. Some of them are like that, but the guys that know, like guys like us, like me and you, the Resistance, people who know the actual law, they're like, wait a second, why are you giving the shit to the guy who's holding the camera? He's just standing up for himself. And let me tell you,
Facebook's a different thing. Facebook's a different thing. Like people on YouTube look for us,
right? Well, the thing about that video
gets shared around.
The thing about that video is that I, for the first time, I kept my mouth shut. I didn't say anything. I just filmed them. And I just spoke when it was necessary. Okay, and I lit them up. Oh, I saw this one.
This video.
How in the hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
This video is fucking stupid nuts, bro. Like this video is like the craziest video. Well, I saw one worse after this. I forget which one it was though. Look, he just comes up and smacks my fucking. He strikes the shit out of my wrist.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
My wrist.
Is that some kind of petroleum company or something?
Yeah, it's oil. It's an oil company. I don't want to say. Don't say their name. Whatever.
I don't know who they are. I know nothing. I can't read.
Shout out, Wake Up America and Resist. Have a good night, bro. Catch you.
All right,
later.
Wake Up America Resist. Peace out.
Later, dude. But yeah, this company is like owned by the city.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like, you know, the Philadelphia Eagles halftime show is brought to you by this.
Understood. And so, let me ask you this, without getting specifics. Since they are a subsidiary of the city, that makes the municipality liable for what they do.
Oh, they are. And it's like the final complaint, demand notice and stuff is out there, and I you know, the last couple of days has been a whirlwind and shit and fucking.
So you should get not only a nice little settlement, but you should get future earnings for that as well.
Oh well, no. See, so what happens here is if you when you sign a settlement,
Shout out Steve
you're signing letters also that say, with this settlement, I can no longer.
It's cut and dried.
Yeah, it's like I can no longer ever. So now, if they deny the claim from the attorney,
right?
If they deny that claim and shit, and it goes further, they could be liable to pay us later on in our lives if it's everlasting, right? They just want it to be gone, so they would just settle, you know. But I sign papers, and you know, it's all legal. This thing's crazy. It's all legal stuff.
No, it's that legal jargon, and I'm somewhat versed in it now, but I wasn't back then. But I got them. Yeah, you and I will have a good conversation, Wolf Gladly, and Resistance as well, because I actually know the intricacies of the federal laws and the statutes.
It ends with a deposition that you have to give sworn.
Right.
We haven't gotten to that point yet. I would say all this is going to be finalized this year in the summer.
Good. You should get a nice chunk too.
It's fucking
video.
What's that?
No, I was laughing looking at Wolfie hopping around in the video.
But how in the hell?
Yeah.
Where's the police?
Right here.
That lady's crazy. Get the fuck away from me, bro. Get the fuck away from me.
Wow. So Wolf, let me ask you a question, brother. How much did your video come into play when it came to the settlement amount?
I don't know. I don't know for sure. I know when the video came out, like the next day they jumped in front of it on their social media sites.
Okay.
We're aware of this video that's been going viral, blah blah blah. The dude's gone, blah blah blah. You know.
Understood. Wow.
And there's things that I don't want to really talk about on stream too that assured me that they know they fucked up.
Hey, you know what's a blessing about being in Texas is that on punitive damages in Texas, there's no cap. There's no cap. There's no cap in punitive damages in Texas. So compensatory, usually out of court, it's 1 to 4 for every $1. It's $4 punitive, 1 to 4 out of court. In court in Texas, it jumps to 8 to 1, and there's also no cap in Texas for punitive damages at all.
Man,
yes. They hate me. I've been threatened by the KKK, all kind of people. I love it.
That whole thing was nuts. I never wish it would have ever happened. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Not.
I mean, do they deserve to be punished?
You know, it sucks, man. It sucks when you get attacked by the people who are supposed to quote unquote protect you.
I would rather him just be an asshole and call the cops, you know, like not attack us and shit. Like that's fucked up. I never asked for that. It's just insane.
Hey, just check out real quick when the cops bum rushed me on my little video there. They bum rushed me, man. Broke my shoulder, broke my wrist, refused me medical attention.
Yep.
Yeah, refused me medical attention, all of that. And the chief told me I deserved it. Wrote me a letter, told me I deserved it.
Oh yeah, that he told you how he really felt.
Yeah, but he did it on paper. What an idiot. arm resistance.
They're scumbags, dude. They're robots. They're useless. Like I get people in my comments that tell me get a real job and shit. Like, dude,
Please.
cops, get a real job. Fucking deliver packages to people's houses, yo. They need that.
Here's the
they don't
thing,
need a
though.
ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here.
People that don't really know the law say ignorant things like that, get a real job or whatnot. But if you really know the intricacies of the law, you can pick them apart every time, like these idiots here. You know?
I can tell you exactly what cops are, right? I hate when people say, "Oh, you got bullied in school, so you became a cop." No,
that's not true.
No. The people that got bullied in school are making 6 figures right now. They don't need to be a cop and only make 80 to 100. You know, they're fucking killing it. They're designing fucking software and shit. You know, fucking. The cops are all the jocks who got passed through school because the school cares about their sport program.
Whoa, wait. That's not all the jocks. I would say
most of them. No, most of those dudes, that's exactly what happened there, you know?
They're the ones who weren't good enough to go D1 and they weren't good enough to get a scholarship. They just had that still cocky attitude. They're the jocks and they're popular.
They weren't good enough to like make it work. They didn't make the college or they didn't make it to the pro level, right? One of the two. Now you're sitting there, you're saying, look, I'm dumb as hell. All I knew about my bad. Let me put this fucking I'm making a cigarette. All I knew about was playing sports, getting everything I wanted handed to me, fucking the prom queen or whatever, you know, something decent. But they're like, what do I do? So like I knew a cop. He's a Delaware State Trooper right now, today.
Right.
His name's Mitch, or his name's Shane, actually. Right. So I used to work with this guy in like 2008, and he was like, his uncle owned the business that I worked at, an iron yard and shit, right? So, yeah, 2008. So fucking. Shane was just like this young kid who, like, you know, you could tell he was spoon-fed his life, you know? He wasn't an athlete or nothing. Like, he wasn't like a star quarterback or anything like that. He was just a slacker kid. It was like to talk and be on his phone and shit, you know? But his uncle owned the fucking business, you know? So he wasn't getting fired, you know? He's doing his brother a favor by hiring his son. Anyway, this dude says, I'm becoming a cop, yo. I'm going to become a cop. This dude had gotten fired from like 6 fucking jobs in like 3 years.
Here's my take. Is
he became a cop and he's held that shit for 20.
Yeah, but they're, you know, I think the police officers, you know,
not 20, like over 10.
I believe that. I honestly believe, man, I believe most police officers have good intentions, okay, when they come out, okay? But by their 4th year, they are bastardized and they are infected. They're infected by the older cops, right? Who bend the law or who don't apply the law as it should be, and they're jaded, and so therefore they just don't give a fuck. You know,
that's just a part of it. That's just a sliver of it. Most of it has to do with they're fucking lazy. They don't want to put manpower into their job, like stocking shelves all day or fucking lifting furniture and pushing it out the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but here's the thing. And laziness is a great point you make. They're lazy.
Hey man, I gotta stop y'all guys. Wait a minute. We gotta continue with the video. We forgot.
Oh, sorry.
My bad. We were like loathing and seething on cops. Sorry.
No, I let y'all go. I let y'all get y'all thing.
No, you're right. I told you not to tell him your name. And I'm putting a complaint on you right now. How did you know he had a warrant? Huh? How did you know he had a warrant? No, how did you get his name? What was your probable cause of getting his name? What was your probable cause of getting his name? You had none. Guess what? You mentioned that, brothers. They're going to drop the charges. They're going to drop the charges.
No, he consented.
They had no probable cause. Remember, they had no probable cause to search you or ask you for ID. They're going to drop.
Go ahead. What'd you say, Wolfie?
He consented when he didn't have to, but he did. He consented.
He got scared.
They're not going to drop nothing.
Because he gave him his name.
Wow.
Yeah, and the charges already existed. The charges already existed because of the warrant. You know what I'm saying? But like, so it's like a double thing there. But fucking, he consented. He's fucking consent, man. That's the thing, bro. People, man. Whatever. Sorry.
Cold-blooded pieces of shit.
But the charges already existed.
Then you can sue him. You can sue him. Yo, you need to listen to me. Shut your mouth. Do not talk to the cops. Shut your mouth. Yo, shut your mouth, yo. All three of y'all interfering. None of y'all intervening on this. You know that he illegally ID'd them. Y'all know that. Y'all know that.
It's not illegal ID for consenting.
Yeah, yo, they tricked him into consenting.
You know what? With all due respect, he pushed out.
It's not illegal. That's the.
It's not illegal to ask.
It's not an illegal ID.
Right.
Yeah, it's not illegal to ask, but I get what you're saying though. Like they are fucked up for it.
Yeah, but you know what? They're allowed to do that. He's a pussy for giving in. Excuse my language, but he's a puss for giving in.
well, you know, people are scared, man. They make you scared of cops. Though. Like, what do they call it? What do they call it? The talk. Is that what they call it? The talk.
What? The talk.
In like the black community and shit, right? Like the talk about cops, like, don't get shot. Just give them whatever they ask.
Yeah, whoa. That's certain segments of that community, not out here.
Right. I mean, you know what? And certain people, yeah. It's like I would say it's a half and half.
What do you mean?
Keep your hands on the wheel and never.
We got an example right here. We have an example right here.
I got the same kind of shit in my community. I'm a white man, right? Like they always fucking comply because they can shoot you. Like
shit.
But when you're so scared, like what the fuck's the sense, dude? Yeah, wake the fuck up, bro. Stop.
Okay. I'm talking about the woke thing. Okay, so first of all. All right, sorry, Dennis.
I wasn't trying to bring race.
No. But race is applicable because most police officers, especially in the stupid ass county I was living in, most of them are white. Okay, and so when I told them they asked me for my ID, I told them hell no. They were tripping out. Who's this black guy defying us? I'm like, man, who the fuck do you think you are? Right?
Yeah.
And so as Resistance eloquently told me, and you East Coast people, he was like, hey, John, when you said, man, you don't sound black, I'm like, that just blows my mind. First of all, what does that even mean? First and foremost, you find that funny still, do you? Right?
I agree. I totally agree with you, dude. Like,
what does that mean? I don't sound black. What does black sound like?
You have to have some kind of fucking accent or something to be black. Yeah, I hate that shit.
That's asinine, first and foremost. Okay, and so when these you're still laughing over there, Philly? Okay, haha. So get this. Well, I was like, I don't understand what you mean by that, and they're like, well, the police. I'm like, what the fuck is the police? What does that mean? Oh, you mean the police? Oh, okay. Are you trying to? Is that correct? Is that correct English? The police, man. I ripped Wolf. I ripped those guys to shreds. Tell him, John. I ripped those guys to shreds with that stupid ass shit.
I never agree with that shit.
I hate something real quick.
I hate when people try to say, "Hey, you're not actually black. You're not black enough." Shit like that. It's fucking weird. It's like we're not. Like it's totally against what Martin Luther King said. Judge a person upon their character, not upon their skin color,
Okay, not to get controversial, but MLK was a pussy. That's what I gotta say. I'm just saying.
He was probably a plant for some fucking CIA operation.
Medgar Evers, man, Malcolm X.
But that one
training here in Boston, he was picked. Oh, he was handpicked.
Who?
He definitely MLK.
Man, Medgar Evers. Give me Medgar Evers, man. Give me, man. Give me the Black Panthers.
Oh, Malcolm X was a fucking genius. But
yeah, Medgar Evers. So you know, Medgar Evers started all that
from MLK was that he said, "Judge a person not by their skin color, but by their character."
MLK had a place and he had a point, and he was actually articulate, and they wanted him to, hey Trey, smart ass. He did get a lot of it.
MLK was guilty for a lot of plagiarism.
You have to realize that a lot of this is CIA setup. Yeah, we have to realize that a lot of this is all like a chess game, and we're the pawns. Like,
I'm not a pawn. F that. You're not a pawn.
Yeah, we are. We have to
about MLK real quick. MLK was guilty for a lot of plagiarism in his early days. When it came to submitting what would you call them, dissections or whatever in college.
Okay.
Yeah, he was guilty for a lot of plagiarism. He was picked by scholars within the colleges because his father was a great pastor, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, so let's well, if we have time, let's break that down real fast. He had a function, okay? He was a functionary for that time because he actually had a platform to speak out like we do, right? And so he took that ball and ran with it because a lot of people don't have the intestinal fortitude to do that, right? He took an ass whooping for what he believed in, and even if for his plagiarism, he took an ass whooping for that. So I give him respect for that, okay? But the turn the other cheek mantra, I just disagree with. You know, if I must die, I will die with honor.
That's what I just say something. That's the part where I think was
I agree.
Turn the cheek was instilled from a higher power. Which
understood, and that's
it was you know,
it's biblical. It's biblical. It's biblical. The whole
was coming from the government for him to put that, you know, to give that to our people to turn the other cheek. I think that part came from the government.
It's biblical, man. It says that you shouldn't go with the sword. Those who go with the sword die with the sword. Okay, and so it goes back to the Romans.
Wait, what?
It's biblical. So when
wait. There's also another verse in the Bible that says that if you only have a cloak, you should trade it in for a sword.
Okay, so that cloak and that sword, what does that symbolize, though?
If you don't have a sword and you only have a cloak, trade this cloak for a sword. You're gonna need it. Like that's what the Bible was also saying. So I don't. Maybe it's
make that.
I don't care what it say. I ain't gonna keep getting my ass kicked.
Hey, guess what? You can only beat a dog so many times before that dog's gonna snap and bite your ass, or die trying, right?
Well, the people that wrote the Bible were fucking tripping on fucking mushrooms and shit.
Hey, wait a minute. Allegedly.
Well, as a spiritual drug, as a spiritual drug.
Allegedly.
I'm on you right now. Yo, shut your mouth, man. Stop talking to them cops. Shut your mouth. If you wouldn't have said nothing, you wouldn't be in cuffs now.
Right.
If you wouldn't have said nothing, you wouldn't be in cuffs right now.
Yeah, hopefully he remembers that.
He wouldn't have known your name. He wouldn't have put the cuffs on you.
Yeah, I hope he remember that too. It was a rough experience for him. For me as well.
That's crazy. Fourth Amendment violation, guys. None of y'all wow. Illegal search and seizure. Illegal search and seizure, Ryan.
So that's nullified too. Being as though he gave up his information, he had a warrant. It's not even an illegal search and seizure neither.
In that situation, John.
Yeah, once he gave up his shit, he's done, man. He bent over already. It's already done.
Yo, John, in that situation, this man, as soon as they rolled up on him, only two fucking things out of his mouth should have been, Am I detained? And I don't answer questions.
Yep.
That's it, dude. That's it. It works.
Hey, Wolf Gladly, you know what, brother? You come hard, man. I love that. I've been a subscriber of yours for a minute. Straight up.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Like in my videos, I'm just like la di da di da, right? But like in a situation like this, If it was off camera and shit, I'm fucking serious face.
Well, here's the thing, though. You come hard, and so does John. That's what I reached out to John for to begin, or to Resistance to begin with. I was just browsing through, and I saw some of his videos, and he was talking shit to somebody in a FedEx truck, I think, on Resistance, and that dude pulled out the he showed you his gun.
He pulled his peace out on me.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that video. That shit was.
Yeah, and you're like, what's that gonna do? Like, what the hell's that?
He pulled his shirt up and flashed it on me.
Right, and so I was like, you know what? All right, let me check out this guy's channel. And so, with gladly, I reached out to Resistance a couple of times, made a couple comments on his videos that he's coming out with, and I respect what he does, as I respect what you do, because you know what? We're the few and far between. You know what? Everybody whip your stuff out, but are you willing to get it chopped off to what you believe in, right?
Yeah.
And I sat in jail 14 months and wouldn't take a plea bargain. I'm sticking my stuff out there.
Yeah, but you also have to understand the consequences, man. Like, this shit happens.
Hey, brother, trust me, I know this. At 14 months, I spent in jail for them to dismiss my charges, right? Time away from my kids. I was away from school. I was in with murderers and rapists and shit, right? $1 million bond. I just didn't cave in because I didn't do anything wrong.
I hear you. But you have to understand, like, try to avoid arrest at all costs, because in the end they win, dude. You're paying to defend yourself, and they're getting paid to prosecute you.
I spent, let's see.
They understand that. They know that.
They know.
Like, it's so fucking easy logic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I spent 50 grand in attorneys. 64 grand bailing out.
Financially fucking ruined somebody. Yep.
Shout out Helen Johnson.
Hey, Helen Johnson from Tennessee.
Nope 35. What's up, Nope 35?
Helen. Hey, y'all. Just joining in Tennessee. What's up? That's Phil, baby. Let's go.
Wow.
Hey, William Sharon. What's up?
Wow. Y'all some pieces of shit. So all fucking three of y'all. I'm putting in complaints on
Hey,
all
Will
three.
I'm going to send you an email, brother.
Should have slapped him.
I'm going to try it.
Look at Carl Winslow.
Shit.
Cousin Carl Winslow over here.
All three of y'all.
I'll be here for the rest of the day. If you're still,
I'm gonna be out. Let's go on the sidewalk right now.
He said I'm gonna be here for the rest. Wolfie, he said I'm gonna be here for the rest of the day. If you still here, I'm locking you up.
Jackass, dude.
Yo,
said that.
Why does this black dude have a Boston accent? Is he gonna park the car in the yard too? Jeez.
Got some pieces of shit. So all fucking three of y'all.
Listen to him. Listen to him.
I'm gonna be out. Let's go on the sidewalk right now. Let's go. What's your name, man? I'm putting in a complaint on you. So you tell me if I'm out here, I'm gonna get locked up. You just committed fraud. You're guilty of treason. What's your name, man?
Hey, you know what? I want to look something up real quick. What's the population of black people in Boston, Massachusetts?
Let's talk about it. Oh, you think you're
out of here.
Look at his walk. Look at his walk. Oh my god.
You fucking pussy. Show up in front of your fucking white city workers now. Show up in front of them.
No way. Hey, you know what, man?
Lock me up, you bitch. I'm gonna be out here all day. What time you get the fuck off? You get off. I'm gonna be out here all day. Pussy.
Wow.
Fuck you talking to like that? You got me fucked up. I take the arrest and I sue the fuck out of you, bitch. Go ahead, keep grinding your fucking teeth. You ain't gonna do a fucking thing. Fuck you talking to like that? You got, keep talking.
24, wait. 24.9%. Hey, so Boston's not as big as I thought it was.
Hold on.
Chapter 41, section 98D. You know what it is, don't you? You know it's not? It's not.
It just says no such thing. Chapter 41, section 98D.
You're pressing this dude hard as fuck right now. He's on edge. You don't know what you're gonna do next. You're getting close.
I got out of there though because
Look at that guy's face. Look at that guy's face.
He's like, get the fuck out. Wait, Boston.
The big jolly fat construction guy. Look at him. Look at he's smiling.
Hey, John.
I love it.
Hey, hold up. The Boston guy's like, hey, wait.
Look at him. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at this guy's face. A big fat guy with the green shirt. Dude, he's so happy. Like, this is like the best shit he ever seen in his damn life. Look at his smile. Like Colgate smile, bro. I love it.
William Sharon, give me a shout, man. I can help you out in Texas.
That's so good.
Dude. So how do the people in Boston, wait a minute. Is he wicked smart? He's wicked mad.
My God. Yeah, that big jolly fat guy loves it, dude. He can't wait to drink beer later.
Section 98D. You know what it is, don't you? You know it's not.
No such thing. Shut the fuck up.
Talk to me. He's a fucking pussy. That's what I know.
That fat guy loves it. Yo, I love that dude. He's the best. Yo, that dude needs a beer right now. I'll pay for it.
Wow.
He's so happy, dude. He loves you, dude. He's enjoying the shit out of everything.
Wow. Hey, get this, man. Get this. Hey, so Wolf Gladly. Here's what's tight about your channel, brother. You have like 7 subscribers, maybe 47,000.
Six. Yep.
6.5, right? And so then,
one of them's like my dead mom and shit. Yep.
Yeah, right. And so then my boy John's got like 20,000 something subscribers, right?
Yep.
And so then there's me, little bitty Charles Stark, Incorporation Doctrine. I got 2,400 subscribers, right?
I'm with you. I'm gonna be off camera for a second, but I'm with you. I'm here.
All right, but my dumbass video went viral, 15 million views. That's effing crazy, you know.
And it's the video that's like, you know, am I being detained or whatever, right?
Yeah, that one went viral. That one went nuts.
I want to watch that shit. I have it on queue on my computer.
Yeah, it's the only reason why I was that calm because my kids were with me. Okay, my kids were with me, so I was actually trying to be calm. But the only reason I let it even go that long because I told you this before, Resistance. I thought that first officer was kind of good looking, so I let it go that long until I just had to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
But they're one of my next civil rights lawsuits, man.
Wait! You thought the cop was good looking, so you
allowed it to go that long? Yes, the first one.
What?
Yes. Hey, listen, I'm a Neanderthal. I'm from Texas. Come on.
But you know, dude, fucking, if she's a cop, I've met some good looking ass cops, but fine ass motherfucking cops, right?
Yes.
So I'm like, yo, no, that's the fucking devil. Crucifix.
No.
The job she took, where you fucking financially destroy people's lives for a living.
They don't have any conscience.
And you provide for your family by stealing from other families is a pretty fucked up fucking job. Like that shit.
I get it.
That's a total turnoff. Like I see hot bitches on the news, but I'm like, they're Satan worshipers. They're trying to tell us how to be perfect.
Hey, okay, let's go there real quick. Okay. I honestly believe, Wolf Godley and John, you and I have talked about this before. I actually believe they're a cult. You know, I really do, man.
They are a
cult. I believe they really are.
A cult. Democrats are a cult. Conservatives, whatever the fuck. What's the other one? Whatever ones that are in the middle, they're a cult too. Like the belief in politics is a cult. Fucking belief in the news.
So when you put labels on things, that's when you bastardize them. That's when, like religion, Christians, Catholics, Protestants, those are all man-made terms, right? And so that's when you bastardize the purity of what it actually is, right? So I'm a Christ follower. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Catholic or no. I'm a Christ follower, right? And so
So you're a Christian.
I'm a Christ follower, right? Not a
Christ follower is Christian.
No. I'm a Christ follower, meaning I believe what Christ did. Okay, so Christianity is those who believe that the Romans crucified Christ and that and those kind of things, right? And so they interpret it to some man-made.
No, that's different.
It's what's different.
No, you're not saying Christianity now. You're saying these people believe this and that, and there's different divisions of Christianity. So you're either talking about like fucking Catholicism or fucking
Catholicism, right? But those are man-made applications of it.
You're going into a different realm there. Christianity in a whole is this knowing the Spirit of the Lord.
So Christianity is those who believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross for their sins.
A Christ follower is a Christian.
Somebody who believes that Jesus Christ died on the cross for their sins.
Yes, somebody who is a Christ follower is a Christian. A Christian is somebody who's a Christ follower.
Is that the legal definition of that?
No, because you're talking about shit like Judas did this or this guy did this. There's different versions and fucking different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, or Jesus did this or that.
So a Christ follower believes that Jesus Christ died on the cross for their sins. Period.
Jesus Christ was fucking. He was a rabble rouser.
He was a what?
He was crucified for being a quote unquote rabble rouser.
Starting shit.
So he's a rabble rouser.
What's a rabble rouser? Somebody that stirs shit.
It's really deep. There's like Gnostic fucking shit. Like when the people that created the Bible, like whatever society, it's called something society, National Bible Society or religious.
Mm-hmm.
They picked apart and put what they want to keep in the Bible. There's parts of it that are from like before all this shit, where Jesus was like a fucking teenager.
So hold on. So one of the things that has been picked apart more than anything is the Bible, right? And so one of the things about the Bible that's been consistent over 1,700 years, it all levels out. Okay, it's all about, you know what the mean is the average. Okay, it's always coming back to the same thing. Okay, the same thing, and the same thing is this: that Jesus Christ was on the earth. Okay, and there was time before him and time after him. Okay, and for those who were Christ followers, believe that he died on the cross for our sins. Period. Okay, he took all that for himself. He took that burden. Okay.
I think that's bullshit though. Yeah, but
why is that?
I'm a strong believer in the Lord. That's what I call him. I don't know if it's Jesus, God, whatever. Whatever you want to call it. The Lord, a spirit.
Your higher being.
No. I believe all churches are a scam. It's blasphemy. You're using. People say, "Oh, you're using the Lord's name in vain because you said God damn it." That's not true. Lord's name in vain is saying, "Give me money for God," like they do. And also, if you say, "I killed my parents because God told me to do it,"
wow.
I mean, Jesus did.
That
would fall in the conversation up.
Yeah,
I'm about to wrap this one up right here.
Yeah. Hey, so listen, hey, Wolfglad, I'll email you. Or we can continue the conversation.
Right.
Hey, Resistance.
Yo.
Hey, John, good conversation, man. Like straight up, brother. Hey, and like I said, I'm definitely proud of you and the way you've turned things. Like I said, you taught me.
I'm sitting over here, almost crouched over, falling asleep.
Wake your ass up, man. It's only 1:30 in Boston.
I'm on the side of my face, almost touching the keyboard. That's why I'm all
in Boston
abrupt with the conversation like that. But shout outs to Wolfie. Wolfie, thanks for coming up, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Always good talking to you. Always good filming with you. I can't wait to film with you again, bro.
Maybe we can meet up in March. Shout out
to dude. Yeah, I'm down.
We can meet up in March, bro. I'm supposed to be coming. Going down to DC area in March.
Okay. Shit. Yeah. We always fun things to do in DC.
I'll hook up with you. Let you know what's going on. Shout out 3 Stamp though. What's going on, bro? Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming through. My man 3 Stamp. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming up. I'm about to cut this thing off. I'm tired. Figure out what I'm going to do with production tomorrow. Wolfie, shout outs to you, man. Keep in touch, bro. You don't call like that no more. So I'm putting you on blast.
Right on. I gotta talk to you. I'll call you tomorrow when you're fresh and awake and shit. Yeah.
After 12 for me, all right?
Yep. All right, man. Later.
Right, I'll holler at you. Shout out to everybody in the chat. 3 Stamp, Helen Johnson, Dennis Kringen, Harold Shields. Who else we got? Gang is definitely all here. Gang is definitely all here. Milk 35, Perfect Sense, Resistor is P. I'm tired, y'all. William Sharon, Trey Schmitty, appreciate y'all. Sam Gould. We got off topic. We was watching a video, but hey, it is what it is. Wake up, America, and resist. Oh, y'all. I'm out of here, man. I'm tired as hell. Seriously, I'm tired, for real.
I'm just a black man with cameras.
Grab it hard. I see you, bro. Wolfie, once again, thank you. Yeah. It's a wrap.